money does need to be exchanged for this product to get out into the world.
Correct.
You know,
Yep.
I wish art weren't a commodity, but it is. We can't stop that from being true. So please back the. Just go to Kickstarter.com. That's the website, and then type into there's a box at the top.
Or .net or .gov. It's one
Probably .gov.
Keep trying until you get it.
My friend Jordan Pridgeon always loves to add .biz to things, so Kickstarter.biz.
Probably.
That might get you somewhere.
It's going to get you somewhere for sure. But Kickstarter.com is the best place for you to go and type in Rothaen, Rothaen. There's also a link that our producer / director Nick will be putting in the chat for you to peruse. So yeah, definitely give money for that. It will come back to you in the standard way that Kickstarters work.
You give them money
stuff.
now, and later on you get a thing.
Yeah, that's. I think you're probably pretty. They're fine. They understand it.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, Rothaen is amazing. These are the 4 people that are going to be playing in Rothaen tonight. It is a dark pulp setting with a modern edge to it, which is cool. Wes has mentions in the video, but it's kind of it draws influence from Greyhawk, Breaking Bad, Rat Queens, Hamlet, all sorts of different things combine for this setting. PCs are the center of the story in Rothaen. It's not one of those settings, because there are some settings which will go unnamed, but there are settings where there are so many NPCs and they're very powerful. And like there are powerful NPCs in this, but they're not the focus of the story. The focus of the story is the PCs, and you do your thing in the world. Like there are interesting villains, but they're part of your story and not the other way around. You're not like, oh please, can I go gather 10 gizzards for you, sir? And we're not into that. None of us are.
Sorry, Megan. I
Sorry.
led you here under false pretense.
You did. You jerk.
No gizzards.
Okay.
It's a diverse world with different cultures that all have different viewpoints. It's not, you see, again, there are some settings that are like very like Western European knights and whatever. Like that's cool. If you like that, do that. But this has kind of different cultural mixes and different mindsets and different ways of approaching problems, even because there's not one way for a culture to approach problems. There's cults. He didn't tell me to say that, but it's true. There are cults, and I like that about the setting.
No, those are supposed to be secret.
Secret cult.
Yeah, they are actually. He did specifically say they are secret cults, so they are very, very secret. You do not know about them.
But I think there are a lot of them, though, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of
think
cults.
there are a
But
lot
we
of
don't
cults,
know
but
that.
we
We
don't.
can't know that.
You don't know about them. There are so many.
More every day.
More every day, in fact. So the
It's a growth
Kickstarter
industry,
has
yeah.
started. There's great audio that comes along with the setting. It supports Dungeon World, so if you like Dungeon World currently, or in a couple hours when you like it, you don't like it now, but you will like it more soon. I'm capturing everybody.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
All of those people who
Everyone.
will or do like Dungeon World, don't worry. It is supported by Wes Otis and Plate Mail Games. Comes with audio. He's an amazing audio
That's
engineer.
really is.
He really is.
And so why not also have that to go along with it? He has really, like, I have been in a game with him where he plays music, background, music or whatever, and it adds so much to the game. I won't ever do it because I'm lazy, but he has it. So if I back the Kickstarter, and I will, then I will have audio to play, and I don't have to go to the work of like, well, what song do I play with this area? Don't worry, it's already figured out for you. Lastly, did I already say I have a favorite part of this? Okay, whatever. This is my favorite part. Okay, great.
But I hope that you have, so
Okay,
that this is now your new
right.
superseding
Yeah,
favorite
so
part.
my fourth, each part is my favorite part. There's going to be a quarterly Rothaen newsletter that will take story submissions from groups. So whatever your story did has a chance of becoming canon.
A mating chunks?
A mating chance.
Mating shots.
Wes never
I'm
ceases
just
to
a great
amaze.
host. That's what I'm great at, is saying words. There's a chance that you will become canon. So yeah, that's actually a cool thing, though. He's wikiing the setting, basically. Like, people can put in their own. There's going to be, it's stricter than Wikipedia, though. Like, you're not going to constantly see edits to this newsletter. Like, the newsletter isn't going to have a message board that you have to, like, fight with other people to defend your story. Like, you won't have to defend your game to anyone. That is something I don't know Wes, but I will guarantee you he doesn't make you defend your game. To him or to anyone else. So that's everything about the Kickstarter. Bookkeeping finished. Introduce yourselves.
Starting with me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Jordan Caves Callerman, but beneath me it probably just says Jordan Callerman because we're in transition. And I am playing Ovid, the wizard. The human wizard.
Great. That is adequate.
Barely.
I hit the baseline information.
Thanks.
I asked you to introduce yourself, and you also gave your character name, so you exceeded my expectations.
Oh, awesome.
And you started a trend.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so now you guys have to decide whether or not you're going to continue that.
Well, okay then. Hi, my name is Megan Caves, and I will add a little more to it. If you don't know already, I play on Black Bag, which is the stream that Wes GMs. And my character, I am a thief, and her name is Shank.
Shank the Thief.
Shank.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a great name for a thief.
Thank you.
Wes chose all of these names.
Yeah, Wes definitely
So-
wrote down the name Shank.
He
on your
did.
character
Yep.
sheet.
That is it.
Yep.
I see it. Shank.
Yeah.
S-H-A-N-K. Shank.
Yeah, Shank.
Shank.
Good call.
Yeah. Am I next? Okay.
You're next.
I'm Scott Rubin. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Scott.
And I am playing the Sun Elf Lyneth. I am a ranger, and I come from the Empire of Karthik.
Great.
Yes.
I am Jack Kelly. Can you hear me through the microphone?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I'm new to this. Well, this specific. I didn't even know.
You've played more Dungeon World than everyone at this
Really?
We have
Combined.
not
That's
played
funny
before. Yeah.
because I had no idea what we were playing. Sean's just like, "Hey, you want to play a game tonight?" I was like, "Sure."
Yep, I gave you virtually no information.
No information to the point where just bring yourself that I didn't even have time to grab my dice. So
Yep.
I also need those. But I'm playing Durga, the dwarf cleric
Great.
of the downtrodden and forgotten.
Neat.
Sounds peppy.
Yeah, it sounds real peppy.
Yep.
I'm sure you're not worried about all the sad things going on in the world.
Right.
Gloss over it.
Well, yeah.
I am your DM for tonight, Sean Graham, and you can call me Hongra. So that's that.
Ooh. I have a question. In the Dungeon World setting, what is the cute acronym for blank M? Is it DM in Dungeon
GM.
World?
I think it's GM. I'm pretty sure DM is like copyrighted, which is
So.
insane to me. Maybe it's a Dragon's Master.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
It is not Dragon's Master. It definitely
But
isn't.
you could be.
Okay, to be clear, I am the Dragon's Master for tonight.
Spout lore, I mean.
Yeah, that's a great thing. It succeeds because I'm the Dragon's Master, so I get to decide that.
That's some real cyclical logic there.
That's the only
the
logic
best.
I use.
Best kind of logic.
I'm into logical fallacies, calling other people out on theirs and using them myself. You guys. So there's let's talk a little bit about the nation of the People's Republic of Wisgo. So in the world of Rothaen, there was once a great jungle nation called the People's Republic of Wisgo. It was ruled by a Grand Elder and a Council of Wisdom. That is not how it is anymore. 30 years ago, as the great Athix Empire was having a civil war, the nation fell apart. Basically, a bunch of pirates stole ships from the Empire and declared independence. So the whole area became absolutely chaotic, and they weren't able to control all the bands of roving pirates that were running around terrorizing everyone because they were busy dealing with a civil war. In addition to now rebellions, happening all over the place. One of the pirate captains was named Etun. Oh boy, Wes. Rumstis. Rusmatis.
It's your story now, Sean.
Rusmatis. Etun Rusmatis. From, anyway, that's the person. So a fireball hit her ship, and amazingly she survived, washed up on shore, missing her right eye, arm, and leg. Luckily, someone was able to save her. A local fisherman brought her to a great arcane inventor named Atumu, and through magic and clockwork, he replaced her missing limbs and eye and brought her back from the brink of death. Unfortunately, something went wrong, and her new magic clockwork implants drove her insane. So she lashed out at Atumu and killed him. She then pored over all of his books, learning all sorts about clockwork and magic and all these cool things, and decided to build an army of clockwork creations. As people came to check in on Atumu, the great inventor that she killed, she would murder them to make sure that people weren't finding out about the incredible army that she was building. And after 10 years of doing this, she was powerful enough to sweep through the entire remaining nation of Wisco and take over all of the unprepared islanders. She killed the Grand Elder and the Council of the Wise and crowned herself the Clockwork Queen. It's been 20 years since she took control, and in that time, it has become a dictatorship. And not in the way that I hyperbolically call everything a dictatorship that I don't agree with. You know how everything is fascist that I don't like? It's not like that, chat. This though is really fascist, actually. This for sure is. Like, you can trust me on this one. Everything else, I'm full of shit. But this is one of those situations where, for real, guys, it actually is. I'm not crazy.
Now I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, it's difficult. Well, the problem is I'm a bad messenger. So she refers to what she did as a revolution, and she has a puppet government that follows everything she says. She has clockwork thugs that grab people out of their homes and kill and capture anyone who disagrees with what they are doing. Because of this, unsurprisingly, an underground rebellion has emerged, and these are where our heroes come from. You are all allied with this underground rebellion, and you are not terrorists, okay? She will call you that, but she is so wrong.
Well, from her perspective.
It is so upsetting, though, okay, Jordan. I mean, it is not fair. You guys are good people.
Okay.
You're good. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
All right.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask you guys a few questions about your characters and how you kind of got allied with the with the rebellion, and maybe a few things. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions real quick. Today's adventure front, because when I mentioned before that the Rothaen setting is kind of mixed in with Dungeon World, it is like very actively. He's very clearly integrating Dungeon World into the setting. He even uses all of the amazing Dungeon World like rules, and it's a great storytelling system. It's very loose, but there are some structural things that really help. So for those of you who do play Dungeon World, you'll recognize the term adventure front, and so today's adventure front is about two members of the rebellion, Tylus and Eulim. Very challenging.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
It's so hard. But these are, I will say, it's hard for me to say it, but when you read it, it actually, they're actually good names. Like, I mean, I have to admit it. I hate to admit this. Wes is a good guy, but I don't like admitting that somebody is a better DM than me. These are good names, Wes. So Telius and Eulim are key members of your underground rebellion that's trying to overthrow the Clockwork Queen. 2 days ago, they were arrested while trying to cause an explosion in one of her factories. They've been sent to her clockwork prison. Their sentences handed down immediately. They're both tactically and just spiritually the heart of your rebellion currently. Just popular and passionate, and also just good, like effective, I should say. And their capture and death would be a tremendous blow to the rebellion. It is almost certain that they're currently being tortured for information by Grim Gear. Grim Gear being the Clockwork King's metal inquisitor. And once Grim Gear has the information needed, they will be executed. So, that's our adventure front for today. I'll ask you a few questions about maybe how you got involved. You don't have to go into too much detail if you're not comfortable with that, especially if it's dark. You know, it's like maybe it hurts to say. You got to keep some of that a secret if it's painful to say. But if you can get it out, that's good too. So, what has the Clockwork King done to you? Does anybody have something they'd like to talk about?
Quick.
Sorry. Oh Jesus, I'm already fucking misgendering people. What has the Clockwork Queen done to you? I immediately think it's just a man being an asshole.
Sure, naturally.
That's me covering my ass.
I can go first.
Sure.
So her minions have been expanding into the wilderness that are around the settlements, and as a ranger, I'm always on the lookout for things that are hurting animals, and so I was fighting against one of her scouting parties, and they were about to probably kill me, and one of the bands of rebels led by Ulim happened to come by and save me, and so I joined up.
Yeah, and I mean, you clearly recognize the things that are encroaching into the wilds are so clearly unnatural.
Right.
You know, magically unnatural, and also just, you know, clockwork. So, like, just terrifying to, it's very core. Like, the idea of what she is doing, no one is real comfortable with. Like, even people underneath her are like, well, she's more powerful, so I'm going to say I'm cool with this.
You know, there's got to be one guy somewhere that's like, I fully support this dictatorship.
That's true. I cannot, I mean, there's probably like 30% at least that are like, this is actually going very well for us.
Archer's Farm.
Mineral oil manufacturers.
They've got to be doing great.
Yeah.
Until she takes it over, and then they lose their business. Yeah, it's going to be nationalized. Oh, but some things should be nationalized. All right, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But I guess mineral oil is not where that's not the hill I'm going to die on. There's other things that are healthcare or whatever. Okay, so are any of you close friends with Tilius or Ulim, or have you been in the rebellion for a while, or are you all pretty new to the rebellion?
I've been in the rebellion for a while. I mean, I kind of like to get in the trenches and like help people out, because like it kills me to see, you know, this dictator telling people what to do, and you know, especially those of us, you know, that don't have a lot of power. Like how dare she like come in here and then just like take over and just command people. And so, you know, I've been part of the rebellion for a while because, you know, I can heal people, and it's been really helpful to, you know, I'm not one to like get in the thick of it, but if I see somebody getting hurt, man, I'm there. So it's, you know, she's gotta go.
You're a warrior of justice.
She gotta go.
She gotta go.
She gotta go.
I would say no queen to her. I would not say yes queen. I would say no queen.
I don't want you to say either of those phrases ever again.
I'm a piece of shit. It's fine.
You are, but we love you anyway.
Thank you. So anybody friends or family of Tilius and Ulim, or have maybe some gray area on the rebellion?
I only know them by reputation. I'm actually somewhat new to the rebellion. I was actually just a humble seeker of knowledge, and the Clockwork Queen has cracked down on books and the populace in general, just learning things. So I was actually just visiting an underground traveling library when I was beset upon by clockwork thugs.
Yeah.
And I was actually saved by some members of the rebellion. I keep a few of the cogs from those thugs to remind me of
nice.
Like
the
ears?
day I was saved.
like ears.
Like a necklace of ears.
Boy.
I've had,
but it's just
I've had a
spots.
character keep fingers, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
That
guess
is
that
hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not even real people. So
Yeah.
I don't think they're real people.
Yeah.
Apparently
I
not.
can't disagree with that opinion.
So I have seen those two from afar. I've heard some of their speeches. They're great orators, great leaders. But I know them by reputation mostly.
And you know, magic having been outlawed.
That was also quite a bummer.
Yeah, you're like, boy, I'm a wizard. You're making the decision very easy for me. Megan, do you have any thoughts on the rebellion?
Well, I have worked with, what's his name again? Tilius?
Tilius and Ulim.
Ulim. I've worked with them before, but no, I don't necessarily know them personally. We're not super close. But one of the Clockwork Queen's minions killed my brother, and I got him, which is good. But I'm still unhappy about that. I'm unhappy about the way things have changed. So I am all for the rebellion.
Did you sneak up on that guy and shonk him?
Yeah, and I took his teeth, and now I have them.
Ooh, teeth too. Wow.
Wow.
Man.
trophies.
I love that this side of the table is
That's
going
on my
full in on that.
That's on my sheet, man. I got
Yeah.
body parts out the ass.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, to like let's really, you know, get into what the Clockwork Queen is doing here. I mean, you know, killing your brother and then, you know, you get revenge, but that's the thing that's one of many things that's frustrating about revenge, is that like it doesn't fix it. Like you are still empty and who knows if anything will ever be able to make that whole. That is the evil that, you know, that you're looking at, and this is happening wide scale. It is very common. In fact, we'll see more of that as we visit a particular village in Wisgo, in the Wisgo area today. Let's talk about your bonds, because once again, Wes has done an amazing job integrating Dungeon World into the game. You'll find your bonds on the left-hand side of your character sheet. And you have bonds with people. So if you have ever done improvisational comedy, then you know that there is a thing called gifting that you can do for other people. And that's kind of how these bonds work. You're giving somebody a little bit of lore about their character for them, and you're just going to accept what they give you, and it's going to become a part of this character, and you're going to figure out a way to make it work. And it's for people at home who you know, are trying to figure out how this works. It is so much fun to be playing a character who you know, like you absolutely know the core of this character and what it is, and you've been playing that, you know, that character for a while, because new bonds come in throughout the campaign, and so new bits of information come up, and sometimes those bonds you're like, I never would have thought that about the character, and I, at first glance, may even be like, that's a little contradictory, but as an actor or an improviser or whatever, it's a lot of fun to be like, okay, how do I make that true? How does that work? Because we're crazy complex people, right? Like, you can make it work. You can figure it out, and that is so satisfying to weave that into the story. So that's my pitch for Dungeon World / Wes being an amazing person. So give us your bonds, Jordan.
My bonds are: Lyneth will play an important role in the events to come. I have foreseen it.
Ooh.
Shank is keeping an important secret from me.
That can't be true. Is it true?
It says it's true.
Well, it must be true then.
Name pronunciation.
That's probably it.
And Durga is woefully misinformed about the world, and I will teach them all that I can. Don't worry, I got you.
Oh boy, that's what I.
No, that's a bird.
Oh god, I'm so sick of wizard-splaining over here.
Thank you for the character concept. I will be running with that.
Oh great, we have a Reddit person at the table. Megan.
All right, my first one is I stole something from Ovid here.
It's actually pronounced Ovid.
Oh, I like Ovid. And tell me your name again, Lynette?
Lynette.
Lynette. You have my back when things go wrong, so we're pals.
It's true.
I was part of the group that helped save you, and you saved me in the midst of that.
I remember.
And Durgan knows incriminating details about me.
Oh, shit.
What? We will all find out what that is later.
I guess we will.
Myself included.
Yeah. Hey, the great thing is you might be able to beat her to it. Like that's the fun thing about this. Like if it does get to like now it's up in the air, anybody can grab that ball. So you've got time. Don't go nuts, but I mean like anything, yeah, like anything with tabletop gaming, like. You know, don't go nuts. Like, give like, you're like, oh yeah, the incriminating detail is that you're gonna die in a day. Like, okay, that's not fair. So there are things like, you know, just don't be, Will Wheaton's rule, don't be a dick. Oh shit, that's copyright, I've gotta pay him? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
Only if
whatever.
he's watching.
He is not watching, so that is not a problem.
Comes up in the chat. Oh no.
Oh God.
That Will Wheaton says.
Listen, that is just fine. That is not a problem that's gonna bother me.
He's like Bill Murray. No one would believe it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he's watching Saving Throw every Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I have guided Shank before, and she owes me for it, which is interesting.
Yep.
So, little bit of a
Sean,
pro quo
Sean
there.
does not have to be happy about that either.
Yeah.
I might like you, but I
But-
don't have to like you. I don't know where that went.
You're like,
Understood.
you can like him, but be like, I am not happy.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of debt. You just don't like the concept.
That's
of
true.
debt.
There we
That's
go.
true.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. All right. Ovid, judging by his slaughter of the clockwork and stealing their body parts, is a friend of
I was just
nature.
nearby. I was nearby.
Ovid is a friend of
Step.
nature, so I will be his friend as well. And Durga, the city cleric over here, does not understand life in the wild, so I will teach you.
Oh God!
A lot
Back
of
me up on this, man. That is
condescending
a
assholes.
bird.
You now get to deal with two people doing this to you. How much fun!
Thank Wes Otis.
Yep, thanks, Wes.
Thanks, Wes. I don't know you, but I hate you already.
I mean, guys, imagine the kind of fun that you can have at home doing this. Back the Kickstarter,
Yep.
because this is like, it's such a simple way to like. You see a dynamic. We have not rolled one die yet, and you see an amazing dynamic happening here.
Oh, it's amazing already.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm just living
it
in
is
it right now.
amazing.
Okay. So Shank has insulted my deity, and I do not trust them. You chump.
That's not on there. It doesn't say chump.
Excuse you. This is my this is my character sheet. Back off. Back off.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, look here. I don't need 3 condescending assholes in the room. Lyneth is a good and faithful person. I trust them implicitly. I do not know shit about nature, so that's I mean that's fair.
Comforting.
I'm gonna look
They're,
out for
like,
you.
It's but Ovid is in constant danger, and I will keep them safe because somebody can't keep their mouth shut.
Wizard shield.
Again, that second part is on there. Actually.
Is that about Jordan or about the character?
Unclear.
Okay.
It's done.
It's unclear.
Actually says that. Unclear.
Unclear.
Whether or not.
Also, yeah,
In case someone asks.
I mean, it does say Jordan. Wes went to great pains. Like this is what you
Yeah.
get out of a Wes Otis product. You get
True.
painstaking preparation, and he covers every possible angle. Also, for people that are watching, I don't know. I'm not. My knowledge about the setting isn't encyclopedic like Wes's is because he created it. So there might be times when I, spout some lore, Dungeon World style, that could contradict something in the books. The way I'll explain that is just don't fucking worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
That's also
basically.
copyrighted by Will Wheaton.
Yeah,
To pay him a lot of money by the end of tonight.
that cash register is empty, so that's fine. Spout lore is great. We're gonna do it, and sorry, Wes, we are gonna butcher it at times, but it's gonna be within the spirit of the setting, and the information that I do have here is sacred to me. And you guys, not these specific papers, I'm taking them home, but you will have access to a facsimile of this information later on as the Kickstarter ends. So, it's really great shit. So your goal is to break into the Clockwork Prison today, extract Telius and Ulam, and if possible, find out if they did leak any information about the rebellion to the Clockwork Queen or through Grim Gear. Keep in mind that weapons are outlawed, as well as magic. So you are not allowed to be armed. They've taken away your right to bear arms. In case people think that could ever happen in our world, I think Wes wrote this as proof that it can happen. I think that was probably the primary reason he came up with this setting. Maybe not, actually.
It's definitely politically
He
motivated.
did tell you that? Okay,
yeah,
great.
It's definitely.
Okay, that's canon.
I have enough confidence that this is a very political move on Wes's part.
Yeah, Wes seems like the type of guy who's constantly worried about weapons being taken away from him.
Oh yeah.
If you know Wes, that's so not true.
That's not the thing.
Anyway, you're not allowed to have weapons. Magic is outlawed, and so if you pull a weapon, you could get yourself in a lot of trouble. But I mean, also, when you break into a prison, I think probably also that could get you in a lot of trouble. So maybe the weapon thing not as big of a it's a concern, but maybe worry less about that you're openly seditious at times.
Sure. Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. So, you find yourself starting out in the area in the country, the region of Wisgo, which is it's a small nation ruled by the Clockwork Queen. So this is a section of her, what she's probably going to expand to be a greater empire soon, and her clockwork thugs enforce her law. They enhance it as well. They enforce and enhance her law through intimidation, physical violence, and just taking people away in the dark of the night. Magic is outlawed, but she has no problem using it for herself, clearly, because all of her creations and army is clearly uses it as a battery. She's very afraid of wizards overthrowing her, and is also very afraid of a well-educated populace, so that's another. She has made sure that people are not allowed to educate themselves, so books and things like that she's burning, getting rid of, making sure that people just don't have access to the very barest notions that they might have a chance against her. Her motives are unclear. It is very clear, though, in her few public appearances, because she does stay away for the most part. She suffers from multiple mental illnesses and is just going insane. So that is a problem, because someone with that much power, someone that's that crazy, should not have that much power.
But they always seem to.
They always seem to.
Yeah.
It's a real problem. But her ultimate goal is to elevate herself to divinity, she believes. Whether or not that is possible, that is unclear.
Okay.
And it does say unclear.
All right.
So you find yourselves more specifically in the village of Kira. In Kira, people live several to a home at best. Most of the homes are very crowded. It's disease-ridden, unfortunately. She doesn't care to take care of the village. In general, she doesn't take care of her people, but particularly in this city, it's very bad. There's an earlier curfew than in other places. The town's been around for thousands of years, so it's got a strong history. This is the town where Tellus and Ulim were arrested. It is right at the jungle. It's a fishing village, but the jungle just comes right up on it. So the region of Wisgo is heavily a jungle region. The streets are constantly patrolled, and like I say, just disease-ridden. People are not taken care of well here, and people, I want to say joke, but it's not. It's a sad truth that they feel like cattle, because she just steals people from this village more so even than others to work her magic and clockwork inventions on, and the people just feel like it's only a matter of time before they're getting snatched up, and that is really how they're kept. They're kept like cattle almost. So that's where you find yourself. You know that into the jungle is the clockwork prison. So you've already traveled to Kira as kind of your first destination to try and, as best you can, find your way to where you know this prison is, which is that way. The jungle is very large. It is not civilized. The Clockwork Queen has not been able to bring it really under her control. There are savage Black Tusk elves that run around and control the jungle, and she hasn't really dealt with that yet. So she just has like a small clearing somewhere in there where she's got this prison where if people actually did find a way to escape, it would be very difficult for them to find their way back or to even get through the Black Tusk elves, because the elves are smart enough to know that they probably shouldn't upset her. So if they find somebody, they usually deliver them back to her. So they're not good ones in this either.
All right.
Okay.
So that's the situation in front of you. You find yourselves in a terrible inn in Kira.
Okay.
This place smells.
Well,
I'm just saying. I mean, we're all thinking it.
True.
Smiley thing.
So,
Oh, it's all the filth around it.
Hey,
The
this is
sun.
Strong
this
explanation.
is this is the better of the inns in Kira. Yeah. Yeah. This one has less roaches
Oh,
than the other ones.
well.
I didn't think that was possible.
It is possible. You should see the other ones. Ooh. They're fine. Good breakfasts.
I just don't like being indoors at all. I would like to get out and
You want to go out in those streets?
not the streets, out of the town. I want to get
Into
back.
the jungle?
Yep.
The town of Kira, it is currently raining. It rains, according to Wes, 92% of the year.
Whoa!
Not 90%. It is 92%. He is. I mean, it is
specific.
amazing. Yeah, very specific, meticulous, one would say, about the region. And so it is currently raining, and almost always is raining. So the streets are muddy, and that only enhances the disease
Charm.
problems and charm of Kira.
So, where do we go from here? What should our
We-
first step be?
We got to find. We got to find this prison. Excuse me.
It's all the filth.
Right.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just yeah.
It
It's,
gets
it's
to you.
getting in me.
It does. Well,
If we can find some soldiers that are going to or from, I might be able to track them and find our way through
that could work,
the
but then
jungle.
how do we get in?
One problem at a time.
Really, you want to get all the way there and not have any way in?
Well, we wouldn't really know how to get in before seeing what obstacles
We could have a plan.
stand in our way. Alternatively, we could find a private place, and I could try to consult the spirits, see if I could glean any.
They're like a
useful
married
information.
couple.
Right?
That's one of those things that is not written on the character sheet, but it does feel like that, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So strange. It's good acting.
Yeah,
you know?
that is.
Yeah.
That's what
Thank
it is.
you.
You just kind of transport yourself into someone else's situation and try and live within those circumstances.
Whatever that could be.
Whatever
Right.
it is.
Exactly.
And it's such subtext that
Yeah.
you guys have created.
Wait, are you guys married?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So you, I mean, it obviously does stand to reason. Soldiers have to go out there, or supplies have to
Sure.
get out there somehow.
Yeah.
There's got to be something like that. So yeah, you could either maybe go around town, seeing if you can ask for that information, which is, obviously is dangerous. Asking questions like that. You can spout lore.
pray.
You can
Ask for
pray.
divine
That
guidance.
I want to hunt and track. That's what I'm in it for. So.
I assume we pretty much have just gotten here. Maybe the night before, the day
You've
before.
rested one night.
Okay. Yeah. So we probably haven't had a lot of time to do any scouting of the town, just other than our knowledge that we might already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah.
what are we specifically scouting? Like, what are we exactly looking for? Like, how to get to this prison? Like, what is
Yeah,
Well,
I'm ready to
going
go.
on?
My guess is
like,
it's how to get there, how to get in, how to get back out, how to find them, how to not get caught.
See, and I find that list of questions overwhelming if we just break it down.
You go right ahead. I'm going to plan.
You notice you've only been here a day, so you don't. Is anybody from Kira, either maybe in the past or even now?
Probably been through here before.
Okay.
I've
So
read
then,
about it.
so then you would recognize. So then you would recognize that this does seem a little unusual compared to the last time that you were here, because the town has much more regular and larger patrols happening. The city is under a pretty severe lockdown since the arrest of Ulam and Tillis. This city has always been a good breeding ground for recruits because it's so bad here. People really do want to get involved. So to a certain extent that makes sense, but this is pretty intense.
We probably have some sort of, even with it as being intense, there has to be some other people working the rebellion that live in this city
Absolutely.
that we could probably get in touch with as
Yeah.
well.
This is, it's your best place for recruits, so you
Yeah,
can also have a
exactly.
strong
Sure.
organization here.
Yeah.
They're just not quite as, currently they're not running a lot of operations
Right.
as many as they might normally be running, because there are a lot of soldiers, a lot of clockwork thugs running around.
Yeah.
Those jackboot thugs.
And I'm not usually even in this inn. I'm usually in one of the other ones, and we're hanging out.
That are
but-
worse.
That are worse
Right.
because they're even less likely to go into those. But it's like because they've actually like raided those ones, and we've all kind of dispersed. We're all around the city, and because magic's on lockdown, and it's just like gotten worse. There's no way for us to communicate, so it's just like we're all scattered to the winds, and it's impossible.
Well, we could hang around here a little bit more and see if we can befriend some of the soldiers, maybe in the tavern one night, see if we can get some information out of
They
them.
seem unsavory.
They are unsavory. What did you think we were going to be doing?
I know it seems like anybody working for the Clockwork Queen is not. You can't really sway them, and that's.
Yeah, but if they're drunk. No?
Well, I mean, no, I mean, it might work. I just think they're saying they don't think it's a very good idea.
Then give me your ideas.
So, as far as the clockwork soldiers in the city of Kira, do we think that they're magic, like there's some sort of magic that would stop them from, or that keeps them loyal, or something like that? Maybe you could spout lore, or you could spout lore saying that that's not the case, and that they are individuals that act
right,
just as regular individuals would, who can give information.
Yeah. Can I do the spout?
You can spout
Yeah.
lore, absolutely.
Do we know any of that? Like, if we can, like.
Sure, go ahead and spout lore.
Okay.
You do know that. You say it out loud.
Great. What do I roll?
You roll plus int, so 2d6 plus your int modifier. Dungeon World is so easy. Just there it is. There's your numbers. As you level up, like at most you're adding +3. Really, it's not tough. If you're a real dumb shit like me, it's not tough.
The system or just about lore?
11.
Life in general, because I'm a
So-
white guy, so it's
So 12, Sean. I got 12.
wow. Okay.
I rolled-
You know.
And what do you know about this topic? About their those fucking minds that are in those thugs. Those clockwork.
I know that
jackboots.
there is a method to like getting them to break away, and it's unfortunately not through alcohol. You kind of have to like there's a wire in their necks.
Literally a wire. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean they're like clocks.
There's like 3 different colored wires, and you have to snip the
No,
right
but
wire.
it's just the one. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
almost like their spinal cord, like that
that
connects
is
like their body.
disgusting.
But you have to clip it. Look, man, this is what happens when you let me have
I
free
know,
reign
I
of
should've
whatever I
done
want to
it,
say.
yep.
No, you don't.
Dungeon World.
Mistakes were made. But yeah, and you clip it, and it's like it disconnects like the I would almost say like their heart, which is like connected to her, and
Okay,
then like
you're
their
talking
brain.
about killing them.
No, it's not. It disconnects them. They're not dead. You know, it's not an actual spinal cord.
But it takes them
But their
away from
signal
the-
is like cut off, and they
Gotcha.
can't get it back unless it's repaired.
So
But you
that's
have to get really in close range.
to do that.
Could we just get in an alley and grab one of them as I pass by?
I mean, you could.
Cut it and
We
gather
just
info?
we've only like because like I've been in the rebellion a bit. And they do travel in packs. It's really hard to get one of them away from the rest of them because they do keep a good eye.
Yeah, that is true.
On
You're
each other.
looking at minimum they're shoulder to shoulder to them,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
as they patrol.
So you'd have to grab 2 of them at the same time, which we've never been successful at. And when we have when we've grabbed one, the other one has it's been nasty. So and that's one of the reasons why Tellus and Ulam were taken.
So we abduct 2, we extinguish one of them, and then reprogram the other one? Is that-
Reprogram.
No,
the-
I mean
I think I just coined that term.
that can't possibly be true.
you can't reprogram
Program
them,
was a
though.
word before, and the re prefix existed. So
I don't think anyone's ever thought to combine those 2 in that way.
You can't
before.
reprogram them. Once they're cut, and they're kind of like they kind of function on their own. But like, you can get information out of them because they're not connect. They'll
by
answer
robot torturing them.
You're not waterboarding them, Sean.
Okay, good. Because I don't agree with that.
Oh my god. But no, it's just that like you can ask them questions and it won't like report back, and they're kind of like, they're not getting signals from her and they're not sending signals to her. So
Good situation to be in.
So this is a situation in which people who don't necessarily agree with the queen have been taken over by her and programmed in such a way that if we cut that connection,
Reprogrammed.
then reprogrammed,
It won't
Yeah.
catch on unless we use it.
of course. If we cut that connection, do they revert back to who they were originally?
So the thugs are actually are fully functioning like clockwork.
So they're
beings.
creations.
So they're
I see.
creations.
Okay. Okay.
Rather than civilians that have been turned into.
It's really probably better.
But maybe there are some in there somewhere that are civilians that have been turned into
Okay.
them. But as a general rule,
I just keep thinking of the Clockwork People from Doctor Who.
sure, that's a
yes.
thing that I've heard of. Doctor Who.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I've heard it's nice.
I am the worst.
I've heard it's good.
Not a real doctor. Just gonna put that out there.
Well.
You know what?
Wow.
We have so many fucking degrees that we call people doctors for going to school, and that I haven't watched the show. Don't care about it, but I do care about this. He seems impressive enough that he can just let him have that. He's an MD,
Can everyone leave so Sean and I can talk about Doctor Who?
Oh no, I will
Yeah.
stay for that.
so that I can go on a
Guys,
5.
no,
I have-
anyone who likes or watches Doctor Who.
Oh, well, then I
No,
should
no,
go
because
on
this is
top.
going to be wholly uninformed.
Yeah, it's You guys
Those are the
go,
best. Those
and
are the
we'll
best
just lock the door
conversations.
and leave you.
Yeah, I'm just so upset at people that criticize a show I know nothing about.
Yeah.
I wasn't criticizing. I just brought up that's what I.
Yeah, but anything is just going to set me off, Jack.
Apparently.
And no, anything just period in general about anything sets you off.
I'm usually pretty even-keeled. There are a few things that upset me. One,
When
shows
are
I've
you
never
even
seen.
keel? When are you even keel? I
Shows I've
drive
never
you to our
seen.
other campaign. What are you talking about? I've spent copious amounts of alone time with you,
That's true.
and he is never chill about anything.
That's true.
No
I've never
chill,
been
Sean
described
Graham.
as chill. When I invite people over to do Netflix, I'm like, it's gonna get hot.
Oh Lord!
Because it's the opposite.
Thank
First
you
time,
for
first
explaining
time,
that.
get it. The first,
The explanation, wizard.
I mean, the first time I came to Sean, he baked brie. Like he has no
good.
chill.
I ate half that wheel.
You did.
I don't
like
give,
free.
I don't give AF. No, that's not how that phrase works. Whatever. So you do know that a chord can be synced.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you propose we go about snipping it?
Well, we have to get a hold of them in the first place, so that's a whole nother plan.
Well, you're the sneaky one.
And you're the magic one.
Yeah,
so why
don't
don't
you
just
got
call them
magic
here?
from all those their books that you keep bragging about?
Them their books.
Some of us aren't
Did we
educated.
just
Yes, I-
discover that
Just
you're
fix
part
people.
redneck?
I admit that reading has transferred upon me a certain amount of knowledge of the natural world and
Yeah, you walked in on that.
theories about the way things work, and I could discuss those with you at length and have often offered to. But
I really hope that he just short circuits one of these days.
yes, I suppose if we had some sort of plan, I do have the ability to render one or all of you invisible, which might be useful in this venture.
Why haven't you come up with that before? or
Yeah.
mentioned
It
that?
hasn't really come up.
You could have proffered that information.
I didn't see its relevance before now, but seems relevant
Working
now.
for a rebellion?
Sure.
You don't see
Yeah.
relevance?
Yeah, we must be real smart.
So is that? Do we accept that as a logical thing we could make use of?
Oh yeah, that's something we could definitely make use of.
All right.
Yeah.
But what's the plan after that? Before that?
I think at this point it's just a fact-finding mission. That's really what it seems to be. If we're trying to get information, then we create the rest of our plan based upon the information we get.
Okay.
Which one of you is
Assuming they
feeling
have-
most confident about the old snatch and grab?
Not
Well,
this
if
guy.
we're invisible, I mean,
I'll-
feel pretty good.
Yeah, let's do it.
How?
Can you ensorcel one individual or more than one?
On a good day,
Is that
Pretty much
where we're
everybody.
going with this?
it depends on the alignment of the various heavenly bodies, but I should
You
be
can
able
only
to.
do one.
No, I can do more than one.
Okay.
Well, how many?
Tell us how many. How many can you do?
We need to know this information.
Come on, we need a specific
Upwards
number.
of 6,
Oh, well.
minimum 1.
How about my cat?
Oh no, I don't do cats.
He's allergic. He's got
I don't
severe
go anywhere
cat
without.
allergies.
Complicated.
I don't go anywhere without my cat.
If you cast invisibility on the ranger, it will confer upon the cat as well.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Despite what you want.
You can still fail. But yeah.
But I don't do cats. An added side effect might be that the cat becomes invisible, but that's not.
But it wasn't an intention.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's the plan. then.
Maybe we should. I mean, they're just everywhere essentially,
Yeah,
right?
it's
so
not,
it's not.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to wait a little bit to find kind of a gap in the patrols where you
Sure.
can grab a couple of them without others seeing at that moment. But it's just patience,
Sure.
which you should have working for the rebellion.
How long does this spell thing work?
Until you make some sort of hostile move, or I dismiss it.
What count? I mean, grabbing someone count?
If you hurt them, yes.
As long as you're gentle.
If we grab,
Fine.
if we grab them lovingly,
Come here, come here.
like a,
Very
a caress, then
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
Forcefully, but
Yeah.
not hostilely.
Yeah, if they say the safe word, you're good. You're not good. Oh, very important.
Sean
if they
does
say the
not
safe
understand
word,
Stop.
consent.
you stop.
You stop.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay.
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 Well, I say we try it.
Little old snatch and grab.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
who is the first invisible person?
I'll do it.
It was your plan, Shonk, so.
Yes,
It
Sean.
was.
You are also the thief, so stealing people is in your wheelhouse, right?
I mean, it's a little larger than, but
Stabbing.
yeah.
Worth a
Stabbing.
shot.
Yeah, sticking
Oh,
as well.
yes, I must remind you not to stab. Well, as previously discussed,
Oh.
that will end the spell slot.
I'm so glad he's here. Isn't it great?
He's all right.
Anyways, so how do I cast a spell?
So to do anything in Dungeon World, you
2d6.
roll 2d6 and add one of those modifiers. You're a wizard, so you're going to add
Intelligence.
That is.
You're dumb.
You got a 5!
Oh boy. Okay, so
You're a dumb wizard.
you got a 6. So
Oh, yeah,
right,
a
you have
6.
plus 2.
Yeah,
so
a
yeah,
6.
so you got a 6. In Dungeon World, a 7 is what you need to succeed on anything.
Okay.
So your wizard motions to you, speaks the invocation, and then nothing happens, and you realize that the heavenly bodies aren't in the correct position today.
Are you by any chance disbelieving this as I'm doing it? It helps if
Possibly.
you believe in it.
I disbelieve in you a little bit, but not in this.
Well, that would count too.
So you lose access to that spell.
All right.
Oh no!
I'm not. I'm not
So
feeling
guys,
it.
try not to roll 6s or lower.
Oh man, why didn't that work, buddy?
It seems
What
as
happened?
if perhaps the various elements that factor into it's not a good day.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
Oh man, totally sucks.
The
for you.
rain. You think the rain, like
that-
the amount of humidity,
Yeah.
does have an effect somehow?
It's too high. You can see our hairs.
Well, now
Okay.
what? That was kind of our
well-
whole plan.
We could attempt an ambush.
You can still grab them without other
Yeah.
guards seeing, but it's going to
or
be
we could. Yeah.
less effective.
Yeah.
Or we could just go into the.
Into the jungle,
Into the
says the
jungle.
ranger,
Yeah.
getting stir crazy in the city.
Yeah.
Just seems like we need a little information first.
So you see two
I mean, a
clockwork
guard
thugs
wandering
coming
around,
by
yeah.
coming down the street, and one of them is like shiny and new, and is just like, "Boy, I'm really glad it's my first day." And then the other one is like, "I just don't care anymore." So that's what you hear walking down the street towards you.
Maybe we should try to grab these.
Okay.
So
They seem like a comically mismatched pair.
I think the other one is probably his last day.
Yeah, 3 days from
3 days from
retirement
retirement.
at a glance.
yes.
He plans to retire with his wife and 2 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his wheel and 2 cogs.
Ooh.
Not that proud of that.
Not appropriate.
Okay, if we are going to try to grab these guys, what would we be rolling for that?
2d6, right? Did I do
okay,
it?
Yeah. I'd
Are
say
you the
probably
wizard?
What? Well, can we?
Probably a defy danger, and then the cool thing about
Just
defy
attack.
danger is you can pitch me on it. So, yeah, what do you think? I mean, probably charisma is a hard sell.
Well, what about Dex?
Dexterity.
Dex or strength.
Yeah, there's
Slipping in real
grapplers.
quickly into an alley.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more grappling than brute strength. I could buy Dex.
So is this something we kind of need to grab them at the same time? So I feel like we should like work together, a couple
Let's
of
do
us,
it.
right?
Yeah. Well, in fact,
Let's have a distraction.
Oh
and
yeah.
then-
well, you can actually, and there's an aid move, so somebody can aid. And to aid, you roll and add bond, which is normally +1, sometimes higher. Do either of you have a bond with each other?
Yes.
It seems like you're
we do.
great. So one of you, the most effective way I think is to have one of you aid and the other one actually do the grab.
Okay.
Cinematically, you're both going to be grabbing one.
Okay.
Sure.
So I should do the grab.
Yep.
Yeah, you aid. Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
Ready?
so let's get our aid first.
Aid first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's just +1.
okay, just +1.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. So 10.
Great.
Nice.
Great. No wrinkle in that. That's just a
Alright.
straight success. So, you get a +1 on top of what you normally get.
+1.
From your Dex.
Okay, so that'll be +4 for me.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a 6, 7, 8, and then +4. So that puts me at what, 12?
That's a resounding success. Yeah. So you both reach out very quickly and grab. You grab the grizzled veteran, and you grab the young,
shiny
new
new cog on the
yeah,
on the
shiny
block.
new cog on the block. Yeah, exactly. The new cog on the block. That's a great. There is actually a band in the city called the New Cogs on the Block.
I assume so.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Are they terrible?
They're I mean, they're
Popular,
listen,
but
they're very
terrible.
popular. Yeah. People will buy their music. You see them always throwing rubles into the hat. Rubles are a thing in this setting for sure.
Yep.
That's canon.
You're
Write
welcome,
it down,
Wes. Rubles are a thing
Coin of the realm is rubles.
of this realm. Other realms use shekels. Are shekels a real thing?
Now they are. Canon. Boom.
Yeah.
Pesos.
Pesos, rupees. Rupees are a Zelda thing.
Nope, not in Rothaen.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. The Legend of Zelda is a country in Rothaen.
Right.
Canon.
Outlaw.
Ouch.
Done.
All one word.
But yeah, seriously, back to Kickstarter so that you can find out all of this bullshit isn't true, because his writing is much better than me just making fun of ideas. Listen, I've never accomplished anything in my life. Wes is amazing. So you pull them in and very quickly slam them against the wall. You've got your arm up against their, each of you very well trained, arm against the neck, hand over mouth, and you've got them against the wall.
Get something to slice the cord thing.
Do you have a dagger?
I have a staff.
There's a dagger.
I have a
in my
small dagger.
pocket.
I have a small dagger.
Okay, so before you actually say, get something to slice the cord in the neck, and they're both like, what? And you realize that there's about to be a real problem with them. They're about to fight back. So you've got a real brief moment where you can kind of run in and try and cut that cord before.
Quick, try to shonk them.
Shonk them. Yeah, get that
Okay.
shonk in. So that would be a hack and slash.
A hack and slash?
Yeah.
With, oh god, this
Oh,
is
so that
gonna
would use
be-
strength, or maybe dex, but generally
It
strength.
is not great for me for either one, because
Okay,
I
so
am
these
a
two have already
cleric.
acted, so it's going to be one of you two. Okay, so yeah.
We're useless.
Okay, so this might turn into more of a combat situation. Go ahead.
Hooray. 8.
So yeah, that's a success. So yeah, you actually so you grab the dagger real quick, go in and stick the cord, pull the knife out, and you have cut your hand very badly as you do it. So roll your damage. But you successfully cut the cord. Which one are you going for? The grizzled old vet or the young recruit?
I'm gonna go with the young recruit.
Okay, so you've cut the cord on the young recruit, and you've also cut your hand. So roll that d6 for me.
3.
3. So you take 3 damage. Your armor's not going to apply to that. So you're down 3 hit points because you just very quickly moved in, and you're also not like a big dagger person. I think you're probably you're a cleric, so maybe like a mace or actually you're probably not a big.
I'm not a fighter,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I'm the one in the back lines just like making PB&Js for everybody.
Important.
It's very important.
those.
Hydration and food is important.
Bracing on a long journey.
Thank you for re-explaining it.
Wizard.
That's what he's here for.
Yeah. So the grizzled old vet actually doesn't seem to be too interested in fighting back. The young buck looked like maybe was about to, but as soon as you cut the cord, it was like there was some sort of the will just kind of died a little bit. There's some sort of something being fed to him that no, he doesn't have so much of that fake magic adrenaline. So what do you do?
Well.
Tell us what you know.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
The grizzled old vet is like, I honestly do not care what you want.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
I was talking to him.
The young one is like, I know all sorts of stuff.
Well,
I could tell you all sorts of stuff about the city. You want to know about the city? I actually know every block of this city.
what about the prison?
The prison's not nice.
I bet he doesn't know anything about the prison. He's new and not important enough to be trusted with such secret information.
I know less than the average person, but I know a lot for, for my standing, I was like top of my class.
Top of his
Robot-
class?
robot
Seemed
class.
like he was
I was the
his
top of
class.
I was the top of my robot class.
But he
I
says-
graduated. I graduated as like the robot valedictorian.
Summa Clank Laude.
Summa clank laude. Summa clank louder.
loudly. Yeah. Do you know where the prison is?
Absolutely. I will not take you there because you are not allowed to go.
He doesn't
right
know.
now. You will go for capturing me, but that is after the justice system takes its course.
He doesn't know.
You're probably right. He just doesn't know.
He doesn't.
No,
No.
I just said I know twice. I have said it twice.
Well,
but-
then prove it. Where is it?
okay, I'm not an idiot. Okay, I'm not
Just what
stupid.
an idiot would say.
All right, you know what? Fine. Here's the thing about the prison. I could. You know what? I will draw you a damn map to get to that
He
prison.
probably doesn't even have a pen.
I definitely do. And starts like drawing in the dirt because he does not have a piece of paper, and just starts drawing.
Oh,
in
I've
the
got
mud.
some paper.
He grabs the paper from you. Yeah, we have paper.
Oh, don't embarrass
Just
yourself.
nobody flip it over. It's a letter from my estranged daughter. I haven't read it yet. Just don't flip it over.
You're keeping a letter that you. I love that backstory.
I don't want to talk about it, everybody.
You're saving it for a rainy day?
I don't know. It helps me
9 out of
sleep.
10 times.
You should read it now. It's raining. So
No, I
92%?
usually read it so I can cry myself to sleep. So don't worry about it, everybody.
Oh, you've been
Just-
sleeping well lately then, so you haven't had need to read it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, it's been good.
You have no regrets and no guilt.
No.
You don't even know her.
Yeah. Okay.
She's
was
estranged. I do
so-
know her,
that
but
was-
like, don't worry about it, everybody.
So much information in one sentence you gave me to attempt to unpack, and I cannot. So anyway, the robot does the same thing as me, and it's just like so much information. I don't know how to.
Just draw. Where is the
just goes
prison?
goes back to drawing the map for you, and hands it back to this one.
Yeah. Hands it back to me.
Your
Well,
letter.
now he's drawn the map, but does he know how to get in?
Also, does it even look like a map, or did
There
it
is
just...
okay.
It looks pretty good. I'm from here, so.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, the map is like, it's one of those things where the map, like there is like, well, here's the path, and it's pretty safe because I've been twice, and both times I didn't die. You're not gonna get to the prison and be like, I wonder how I get in. There's only 2 ways in: the giant steel front door that you see, and the sewer underneath that you can't go through. That's it. That's it.
How sure are you on that sewer?
They told
Like-
us, oh shit. Oh yeah, no, the sewer I'm pretty sure exists. Because it was actually I was a prison guard for a little while, and they were very clear with us, the prisoners cannot know that there's a sewer system underneath the prison.
Oh man, that would be terrible if they
Very,
knew.
they were very clear, don't tell
Yeah.
them there's a sewer system. I did lose my job at one point for telling a prisoner that there was a sewer system
Oh man,
underneath.
people could like get out with that.
Probably,
sewer
especially like
system.
where it leads.
Yeah.
That would probably be.
Well,
Like where does it go to? Like the
that's
main
thing. I didn't
area?
think
Does it
was-
go to
I
like
didn't
a
think it's-
bathroom? Does it?
I still don't think it's that big of a deal because you see like this tiger's den right above, like a drainage ditch
Yeah.
coming out of the prison, and it's like, well, all those tigers are there. They're gonna protect it.
Yeah,
They're, like,
tigers are
guarding
awesome.
they're guarding the sewer entrance,
For sure.
or the exit, as prisoners would see it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of tigers.
Yeah.
Everyone is afraid of tigers. You're
Right.
not a moron.
Well, debatable, but
Tigers. Well, I'm just
No,
glad
everyone
the Clockwork,
is afraid of tigers, and for good reason.
I'm just glad the Clockwork Queen is here to rid the world of tigers.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
She was very clear about that.
Wow.
So did we
Clockwork.
kill them?
Yes, queen. Yeah.
Yes, Queen. Yes.
No,
Queen.
I'm allowed to say it. You're not allowed to say it.
This Clockwork is definitely allowed to say that. And he actually does say, yes, Queen, yes, Queen, yes, Queen. It's like very regimented and
Oh, I
robotic.
started something.
He's new.
I'm so sorry, Wes. Believe it or not, that's not in there.
No.
The yes, Queen thing is.
Surprise.
Unclear is all over, like all of
Yeah.
this, but
Yeah, and we have no more use for them. I say we do.
The grizzled old veteran is watching this go down and looks at you guys and is like, you can just let me go. This one you can kill.
Oh, no, we're not gonna do that. No.
But I'm not going to give you any trouble.
Oh well, he seems trustworthy.
Quite.
It's not that I'm trustworthy, I just literally don't care.
how many days till retirement?
2.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, nice.
You know the rules.
5?
No. It's what you said at first.
10? 10 days. It's like, I've been thinking, honestly, I'm not going to take to retirement well, so I'll probably come back anyway, so I'm not even really going to retire. I just wouldn't know what to do with myself in my spare time.
No, you won't be going back.
I mean, either I say we kill them, or, I mean, if you don't care so much, maybe you can help us.
I'd stick with you and take you to the prison up until about maybe right before, because I don't. If I show up at the prison, then she'll definitely kill me. I'll be first dead.
Well, yeah, you'll be off your beat, and somebody will know. Somebody will
Sweet
notice
embrace
too.
of death does sound good.
But I mean, it's up to you, man.
I do want to make it. Here's the thing. My entire goal is to make it 2 days to my retirement. That's all I want. I just want to make it these next 2 days.
You know what?
You should probably stop saying that so frequently.
No. As long as you're my problem. If I can convince you guys, then I'll be fine. I'll make it the next 2 days. You're my main sticking point. If you guys are with me, then I'm fine.
He is so confident.
Just let me live these 2 days to make it to my retirement.
Ooh.
Please. I've got 2 cogs at home. One of them's getting ready to go to robot college.
I am all about freeing people from literal and figurative bonds, and it sounds like he's trying to.
You actually look and you see
You
his
see,
cord has
like-
already been cut.
Oh, wow. So I say we might be able to use the help.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Yeah.
No promises, but if you're up for
But the
if you're
rookie,
up for
man.
some fun, yeah, that
Oh
rookie.
yeah, no,
He's-
I've been saying it since
So
day
sorry.
one.
He was,
Since day one, I said this guy can't make it, shouldn't make it, and won't make it.
Well, yeah.
I
say
looked
we
at him
go.
and I said, "You're either gonna make it to the end of this week, or you're gonna die by my hand."
do you want to
Do you
kill him?
want the honor?
Absolutely.
Free him from his bonds.
Yeah, his sword arm comes out and just sticks it into the clockwork thug next to him and says, "Honestly, he was just too excited and chipper."
Yeah,
right.
you don't want somebody like that on the force.
No.
No. The last thing you need is somebody like that. You need somebody who's realistic about the fact that everything is the worst.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
No.
It's objectively true.
Okay.
All right, well, it sounds like we're heading to a sewer.
I think the easiest way for us to get out of town would be for me to pretend shackle you, and then we'll just walk out of the city that way, and then you'll be good.
Sounds good. Can we have the keys, though?
Yeah, you probably wouldn't trust me if I kept them.
Nope, not in the
I
slightest.
get that. Yeah, I'm pretty
Cool, good.
self-aware for a robot. So he shackles you all with your hands in front of you, and then gives you the key. Says, you kind of like, you realize he didn't even shackle you that well, so you wouldn't have trouble getting your bonds out, and then obviously they would be cake.
Okay.
All right.
So he walks you through the checkpoint out of town and into a very shoddy path into the jungle. It is, yeah, it's real tough. As soon as you get out of sight of the city, you're able to undo your shackles and everybody else as well, so you're all freed again. And he throws his shackles in his bag. Sorry about that. Not trying to cause any waves. I want you guys to be on my side. I do not need to get stabbed in the back by y'all.
Okay, since we're gonna be working together,
Yeah.
do you have a name?
Oh, don't name it. Then you'll get attached to it.
No. I'm asking him if he has a name, just in case, we need his attention for something. I don't have attachments in this world. Did you not hear me say I have an
My name
estranged
is
daughter?
Robot Murtaugh.
Murtaugh?
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Just want to know. 'Cause,
First and
hey,
last, or-
Hey.
First and last, my surname is Murtaugh.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a detective, Robot Murtaugh, but you don't have to call me detective.
Did your
Yeah,
mother?
appreciate
Did
it.
your mother give you that name?
Yeah, my mother named me Detective Robot Murtaugh.
Excellent. Just wanted clarification.
Yeah.
Sure, that's how it works in
Yeah.
Robot Society.
Yeah.
Okay.
Canon.
Sorry, Wes.
You did catch the part about how cogs are children, so that further makes you
Oh, no.
ghoulish with what you've been collecting from your victims.
Are
you a necromancer?
Only if they were actually counted as real beings, which they obviously did not.
Yeah, it's
Fair.
very clear this one doesn't have I'm now talking as him. It's very clear this one does not have opinions or thoughts or goals or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
a straight robot. Yeah. No problems there, Jordan. Don't even consider the ethics of it.
Well,
Typical
they're not really
Jordan.
people.
Yeah. Okay.
So he says, well, I'm not. Quick little FYI, not good at figuring out this path. It is gonna get real hard to find, real quick. I am no use for that. Usually we've got a programmed robot guide, and the guide is really more the one that kind of keeps us on track. It's not my thing. So we're kind of shit out of luck, actually. We're not in a great position now. As I think about
Do
it.
they ever need to program that guide again with different programming? And if so, how do they refer to that?
I think it's called second programming.
No, I've got a much better one.
No,
Hold on.
It's very clear and concise. I think the way we do it is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to attempt to track.
Perfect.
All right. So it's going to be wisdom, which is 1,
Sure.
and then my cat helps out with cunning, which is 1. Okay, so it'll be +2.
Okay.
All right. We've got a 12.
Wow. Again, a resounding success. 12s are real good. So yeah, you. So as you're going through this jungle, there are times where the path forks and you're like, okay, this path is really more just created. This is an irrigation ditch that could give us problems with a flash flood or something, and not so much a path, but probably a graveyard of souls. Oh, we don't want to go down this way because a flash flood would murder us all. Instead, let's just keep going this way. And that's just something that only
Sure.
someone well versed in nature would be able to see the difference between. You also notice, for the most part, every once in a while you kind of have to hang back and wait a little bit for the path ahead to clear out, because there are just giant spiders and scorpions that wander the jungle, and you see that and you're not into it. I mean,
Sure.
you've seen
Yeah.
them plenty of times
Yeah.
before, and you've probably survived a fight with one. But they do hang out generally multiples together, and you're like, oh, that's not worth even a little bit of my effort.
How big we talking? Giant, like dog-sized spider, or
horse size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a
Horse-sized
big spider.
spiders, and then probably bigger than horse-sized scorpions. Not as tall, because scorpions, as we all know, are flatter and lower to the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
The tail is very high.
Yes.
I've just described a scorpion.
We
Or
appreciate
like
that.
a reverse
for,
horse.
For you watching at home,
Don't.
I've always
important.
said
Google
scorpions are reverse
scorpions.
horses.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Horse size, right?
Horse-sized, but
Horse.
reverse.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, imagine if you're
Check.
trying
Like
to
a
figure out
horse
what a
on its
scorpion
back.
looks like. Think about how horses have the head, and then the part you ride on. Imagine if it was backwards and the butt was like this,
And their knees kind of bent the other way.
going out to
Out.
the side.
And you added a few more.
Sure.
Chitinous plating.
Yeah.
Chitinous plating all over it, and well, still poisonous. That doesn't change at all in this.
So badly want someone to draw this. So badly.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, you are able to avoid the terrifying poisonous horses. So that
Reverse sword.
reverse horses, and move on your way. Unfortunately, at one point you do find yourself kind of stuck. So it's actually a long trek. So you go through an entire day in this jungle and have to set up camp,
Okay.
which you successfully do. It is very uncomfortable because camping in a rainforest, not a lot of fun. While it's raining heavily, less fun. So it's not a super restful sleep. You are able to prepare spells in the morning.
I remember invisibility again.
Great.
Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Maybe. No.
Might
No.
be raining too much. For you.
Yes.
But you're able to prepare spells in the morning, and as you wake up in the morning, you realize you're just off the path. You're like, this is safe, but I don't want to go too far away because, reverse horses.
Sure.
And but on the path, you're able to recognize an ambush already set up.
Oh.
Very clearly. So you think maybe you can continue on through the jungle and
Go around.
but that's traveling through the jungle, which is
Yeah.
much more dangerous than the path itself. But the ambush is very well set up, but just because you're a ranger, you're like, I got this. I see this all the time.
Is it like an ambush because they know we're here, or just okay?
Yeah, they know about your camp. Like, it's set up clearly like, oh, this is where they would come,
Yeah.
pack up, and then come right here onto the path.
Right.
And the ambush is set up right there. You're like, well, that's a super convenient place for an ambush if they didn't know we were here.
Yeah. Can I tell how many people, how many
Yeah,
thugs?
so first of all, you know that these are Black Tusk elves.
Oh, they're the elves, okay.
Yeah, they're the savage elves. And you see enough very slight rustling to think that there's probably 3 of them. There's 3 different areas of bushes where you're like, just very slight, but you're like,
Right.
I think there's 3 of them.
Are you relaying this information
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, and these
As you're packing up,
these guys
acting
are
like everything's
yeah.
normal.
Yeah, these are bad dudes, so
I cast a sidelong look at Detective Robot Murtaugh.
Detective Robot Murtaugh. Yeah.
Do you have anything to do with this?
I ain't messing with elves. I'll tell you right now, I'm not into the Black Tusk elves. I've had trouble with them in the past, and by the way, I also get where they're coming from. But it is what it is.
I don't know what to do with that.
What do you mean
Oh,
by?
I'm sorry. You were looking for information. I thought you wanted 3 different opinions about this situation.
possible interpretation.
Oh, well, I would say Black Tusk elves are real good fighters, tend to be real vicious. They don't take a lot of prisoners. They always take 1 because they got to have something to show to the queen when they send them on back.
Yeah,
Because it's good. It's a good bartering chip.
Yeah, because they're kind of in an alliance with the queen. Yeah.
Well, they're idiots. But yeah, they are in an alliance with us because they don't realize that it's only a matter of time before she just destroys them as well. But they're second down the list. First, we get all the people of Wisgo, just turn them all into weird clockwork beings. Which, by the way, if I gotta pick between that happening and that not happening, whatever. But I will say.
It's a real strong opinion.
But I will say that I don't believe that the Black Tusk elves should be doing their whole jungle thing. I think it's better if there's no jungle. Just flatten it all, have a nice flat island, get rid of the rain, and have like a nice...
Build like a subdivision or something. Yeah.
Put up, I'll tell you, put up a lot of...
Gentrify the.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, parking is tough.
Yeah.
And parking would be better under the
Yeah.
Clockwork Queen.
Yeah.
My partner had a big thing about tigers. The reason I got on board with her was because of her stance on parking.
Sure.
Yeah. And
More
there's-
underground lots.
Yeah.
More underground
Yeah.
lots.
There's gonna be more inns too. An inn on every corner.
An inn on every corner. Motor oil in every pot.
Yeah.
It's a good political stance.
So
Well,
potentially we could try a reverse ambush. Send this guy on the path. Elves spring out. We attack them.
Guys, I am 2 days away from retirement. I don't know if I want to jump right into
Told you
it.
no
Just
promises.
one day now.
Oh, geez, I'm so close. I'm so close.
All you have to
You
do
should
is
really stop
walk
bringing that
toward. You just have to walk toward
It's
the.
fine.
You just have to walk toward the
Do you have
trail.
any idea how many days I've been a cop for?
How many days have you been a cop for?
I've been a cop for 27,549 days.
How many years is that?
It is roughly.
Robot years or.
Well, in robot years, it's 4 robot years.
Okay.
But it's like 7.5 flesh years. I'm the only one that calls it that. That's not a robot thing.
You're not very good at math, are you?
Nope.
That's a shame. They didn't teach you that.
I lost it when they cut my cord.
Oh, okay. Sounds like time.
I graduated at the bottom of my robot class.
That makes sense.
Never got along well with that
Yeah.
that other son of a bitch.
We did murder him. Yep.
Yep.
Well,
Um,
it was annoying.
Amen.
Yeah, the reverse ambush sounds promising.
well, it's that or the jungle, right?
Here's what I want from you. I want a promise. You do not let me die on that road. I am 1 day away from retirement. I do not want to die on that road.
Okay, I promise.
Okay.
That's all I want.
All right.
Definitely your needs align with our own, and we will endeavor to keep things that way.
I mean,
Well,
I
that
will.
is a solid promise.
I will personally, if something happens, I will personally help you.
Thank you. I know that you know how to heal. I'm not sure if it's going to work on me, but let's.
We're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
probably don't want to go out of your way, though.
Look,
He's not a real
Look,
person.
no, because
I can hear you.
he's
I know.
under. I mean, he was under the queen's. Like, he needs to be freed from his shackles, and
But
the
his
man.
cable's been
the
snipped.
man. Well, no, because he's still he's clearly had to still go to work, collect a paycheck. He just wants to live his life and
We don't get paid.
That's
not
'cause
even a
you're
paycheck.
Not a real person. So.
But he still needs his retirement. So I'm gonna do my best. No promises.
Yeah.
But I will help.
Yeah, I've
That
been
I will
wanting to get into
promise.
robot golf
Yeah. What's your
for retirement.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a handicap because I haven't started yet,
Okay.
in case you're wondering.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'd say if you want to set up and try to get ready to sneak attack one of these.
Yeah.
So you both can kind of.
Yeah, well, and I want to hide where I can see. I'm going to get ready a called shot.
Okay. Okay. Great. Absolutely. So you ready a called shot? You've got a volley ready to go, or are you going to make a hack and slash
Well, so it seems that my backstab only works with melee,
with hack and slash?
right?
Well, there you go.
So if I don't use that, now what is this cheap shot? When using a precise or hand weapon, your backstab deals an extra 1d6 damage, but then I have to use backstab. Okay, so that would still be a.
So it's just
melee.
your backstab is 1d6 better, which is great.
Yeah, we know where
yeah.
they're coming from, so you can probably
So I'd probably
get
try
just
to
off
get in
to the
closer.
side.
I
So
can
yeah.
do more damage if I can get in closer.
and I shall ready an offensive spell.
Well, good. Hope it's better than your invisibility.
Me too.
Also on here where it's checked dagger and then right next to it, it says short sword. Does that mean I have both of those
You have
things?
both of those things.
Fancy.
Yeah. So you could use your short sword as well if you like. Just whatever you prefer, flavor-wise. Oh, my producer's shaking his head at me. All right. So like everything else with them, I'm going to ignore it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, well,
Yeah. So do what you want.
cool,
Wise
perfect.
choice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, all right.
And then we just lost our viewers.
It's hard to say lost when you literally shut off the stream. I mean, we have very different definitions of lost, but okay. Mine is a tremendous TV show with a strong ending.
That's an alternate definition.
Yeah, and I have seen that show, so I'm not uninformed. So I just don't ever get upset if people talk about Lost.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, no, I'm just very even-keeled about it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about that new Kiefer Sutherland show that I haven't seen, I have some thoughts. So who? Okay, so
Okay.
Murtaugh, I guess. So
Detective
Robot.
Detective Robot.
Detective
Murtaugh.
Robot Murtaugh
Yeah.
goes walking out into the path,
Yeah.
and you actually notice he like hits a button and a vest, like a bulletproof vest, pops up. It would be nice if it covered him everywhere, but it's just a vest. And it pops up all around.
Nice.
So he's got the vest on. It looks a little goofy with him walking around, as all bulletproof vests do. He doesn't look very nimble with it, but he just like goes walking out into the path by himself with the bulletproof vest on. And you immediately see a spear and 2 arrows come launching at him. One sticks in his side, one gets him in the neck, and the other gets him in the leg. All 3 dead nuts on. No problem hitting him. He immediately falls to the ground. He looks fine.
He's a robot. I'm sure
Yeah.
he's fine.
But he does fall to the ground, robot unconscious. So as that happens,
Yeah.
there is. As that happens, you loose a called shot because you do actually see them stand up out of the bushes to
Okay.
do that. So you see
Nice.
2 of them with bows, and then one of them that threw the spear.
Okay.
And they look like they're not done yet. Even like they're rushing in, or they're about to rush in to this to Detective Robot Murtaugh.
Okay.
So y'all can act.
Okay.
We don't do initiative in Dungeon World. We just do it. So
Just
yeah.
yell over each other.
Yell over each
Okay.
other and all go at the same time.
Okay.
It works super well.
I'd like to try a called shot on one of the archers.
Great.
Okay, and I want to try to shoot him in the head.
Called shot head.
Okay.
That's exactly how I do it most of
Alright.
the time.
Oh lord.
But there are other called shots, which are cool.
Yeah. Okay, so
Wrist.
what? Wrist?
I'm just wondering. I haven't seen the list.
Head.
Head.
All right, if you're committed.
That's a 7.
Okay. So on a, I don't know exactly how called shot works. I know that a 7 is a partial success.
Yeah, actually, 7 and 9, they do nothing but stand and drool for a few moments.
Okay, so are you aiming for the 1 spear one or one of the 2 bow ones?
The bow, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've got bow 1 and bow 2. And you know what? Actually, let's not make this confusing. All right, we're just going to go bow and B-E-A-U. So as to make it easy on you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so you shoot bow.
Okay.
And then there's
Clear-
also
clear as mud.
spear. Yeah, nobody has a problem with that. So bow is stunned, essentially. Okay, and drooling. We'll
Yes,
just
that's
keep that
important.
Drooling.
important to me. Okay, so and I think probably cinematically makes most sense for Shunk to go next.
Yes.
Yeah.
So would this still be considered a surprise so that I get the backstab? and
Absolutely.
find-
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because they still only know about one other
Yeah.
individual
Right.
at this point.
Okay. So let's see. It says you can choose to deal your damage or roll plus dex. So does that mean I would, instead of rolling
So
plus
for your
strength,
backstab, first you got to make your hack and slash.
first I have to make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you can use dex
Makes
for.
sense. I can.
Yeah.
I
you
will.
don't have to use strength.
I will do it.
Do
okay. Let's see. That what is 7?
7.
Plus 3. So 8, 9, 10.
10.
awesome.
I don't get to mess with that at all. You just run in and go in, and then you make your backstab check.
So then that's just a whole nother thing.
nother
that I
check,
do?
yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
And that's also with dex.
Yeah, it's also with dex.
That's
Nice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so again, it just you run in and it is impressive. Do you want to describe what you do?
I mean, let's
I've
see.
got something loaded up, but I
Oh,
don't,
okay.
I don't
No, I
want
want to hear what you have to say then. If you're
Okay,
loaded.
yeah. So you see you're a halfling?
What? I'm a human.
Human. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's right. Humans exist. That's a thing.
Sad but true.
It's a sad but true thing. You're actually, normally like you see halflings make the best thieves in Rothaen. In fact, there's a very strong culture of halfling thieves. But as a human, generally you are not regarded as quick and lithe compared to halflings, but you just rocket out of the bush, streak across, and you just see like a comet just launch your dagger into this thing's side, and instead of like finding a weak spot in its leather armor, it just literally punches through the armor. There is no you're like, oh well, maybe if she would have taken a moment, she could have found a chink in the armor, but no, just decided to go through it. and just right into its kidney. So roll your damage.
All right.
Roll what I believe is a tremendous amount of damage for Dungeon World.
Well, so I would roll my D8, right?
Yep, your D8.
And then I see here it says on 10 plus choose 2.
Yeah.
So then I just choose 2 of these?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And then
Well-
you roll an additional d6 for damage because of your
Yeah, if
thing,
you pick
right?
the damage one, then you roll 2d6.
2d6 and my D8?
Yeah.
Jeez.
In Dungeon World, this is a lot of damage. Because
Alright.
things have fewer hit points than you have as a general rule.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. And then for the other, I'll do that. I'll
Okay.
deal that damage. And then I want to reduce their armor by 1 until they repair it.
Good call.
That's the other one.
Tell me this, are you attacking spear, bow, or bow?
You know what? I'm going to go with bow.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Good. Good. Glad we're clear on that.
Yep.
Oh.
It's
So-
not the strongest.
No, it's not. That's 6. It's a 6.
Which is still good, very good damage in Dungeon World. So bow gets, actually that kills bow.
Wow.
Nope.
Good.
Yeah, so
Bow's gone then.
yeah, bow.
Bye-bye, bow.
Yeah, so you just see, what's your character name again?
Shunk.
Shunk. How did I forget Shunk?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I thought you just
very
wanted to hear it
clear.
again.
It's a
Yeah.
common name.
It is,
Yeah,
well, it is a common name.
Yeah.
I think I remember it.
Pronounced like it's spelled.
Pronounced like it's
Exactly.
spelled. It's so simple. So
know.
simple. Yeah, so yeah, just rockets in, and usually, like, you know, when somebody gets stabbed, I know a lot about this. When somebody gets stabbed, you stare deeply into their eyes as they bleed out. You do not have time for that because Bo dies very quickly.
Well,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
That's where he kept all his blood.
Yeah, it's so, people don't realize how much blood is inside the torso.
And I knew that. That's why I went for there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it had probably been explained to you at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
Before you know, most of their blood they keep in their torso.
It's canon.
Not generally known.
It's canon.
It is.
You're welcome.
Probably
Wes.
learned that in murder school.
Yeah.
Okay, so bow is down. Bow and spear remain. We have our wizard and we have our cleric still.
I wanted to loose a magic missile.
A missile.
Yes.
Of magic.
Yes.
Okay, let's see that spell cast.
Okay.
Very excited.
Nope. Actually, that is an
Yep,
8.
that's it. Yep. So there you go. But it's a 7 and 9, so you have to make one of those choices on casting a spell.
Okay.
So you can either lose the spell, take the -1 ongoing, or put yourself in a I can't remember. I call it a difficult position. I'm sure they use different verbiage.
I will draw unwelcome attention to myself or put myself in a spot.
Okay.
Because I leap up and shout, Magic Missile!
Yeah, and actually you, for a moment,
Marvelous.
because of what happened yesterday with your invisibility spell, you get like this brief nervous moment where like you're not sure it's gonna work, and you actually, you kind of just like look up for a moment and you see a ray of light coming down through the trees and you're like, that celestial beam must be helpful. So you like jump into it to cast your magic missile and you realize that there's a spear point. Like you jump closer, much closer to the enemies than you were to like align yourself with this heavenly beam of light, which most of us just call daylight.
Right.
But you're like, this could be magically
confusing for him.
helpful. Yeah.
We in the profession call them magic stars.
Magic stars, exactly. Yeah. Or sun. So you stand underneath the sun. All right, agree to disagree. And unfortunately, you do get stabbed. Straight up stabbed with a spear as you cast your magic missile. Roll your damage for magic missile first.
5.
Okay, that's a lot of damage. Was that to spear or bow?
That was to bow.
Okay, that was to bow.
Yeah.
Okay. So bow is stunned, drooling, and singed from magic missiles launching into her chest. B-E-A, yeah, okay. I'm just like thinking, Bow is a male name, so B-O-W must be a female name.
Oh.
Sure.
Because everything is binary.
In Rothaen,
Or-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, everything is binary, we all know that.
Was
Of
it not
course.
B-A-U-X?
B-A-U-X,
Is that?
of course.
Oh no, that's sorry. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's a different one.
that's the gender neutral
Right.
one.
Oh, Bow is gender neutral. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bow.
Bow.
Yeah.
Bow, like we all know it
Yeah.
to be.
And-
So,
yeah.
unfortunately, you get stabbed. You're gonna roll a d6 plus 2 damage here. So it's that spear hurts.
Hey.
Okay.
It is piercing though.
So does that mean it goes through armor?
Yes, it does go
Okay.
through your armor.
So I take all 3?
Yes.
All right.
So piercing in Dungeon World is one of those things where if you have, like, piercing is on a numeric scale, so if you have like 5 armor, I haven't seen anything that has piercing 5. So like if you have 5 armor, you're gonna, even if it's piercing, it'll usually pierce like maybe 2 or 3 at best. Unless it's magic, and then it's just like, fuck you, you're getting hit by a dragon's breath, so you die. And that's that. So, but you're in great shape still. You only took 3 damage.
Been stabbed.
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, 3 damage, no big deal. NBD. And actually, you are in pretty good shape because you've got a stunned, drooling bow. Sorry, I described that as a spear, so it has to be the spear. Sorry. Yeah, you couldn't have attacked bow because you attacked the spearman. I decided that for you because you jumped literally next to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but the bow is stunned and drooling, and the spear is so close to dead.
All right.
Spear is also this elf's name.
Oh, well,
if you
that's clear.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good.
They're named what they do.
They're named what they do.
It's amazing.
Well,
It's amazing.
or are they forced to embrace the destiny of their given name?
I think that's more than likely.
Well, it's
how
sort
this
of like
tribe
That's
works.
really
Detective
sad.
Robot.
That's probably a question
Yeah.
for Wes. For Wes, yeah, we should throw that out to him.
Yeah.
We should.
Is he in?
Wes, it's
is he in
very
chat?
important if you're in the chat right now. Can you let us know if the elves are first named and then that's what they have to do, or like they just do that because they're I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's-
opposite of that.
Yeah,
I'll
just
let you know when he replies.
let us know about the chicken
Yeah.
and the egg situation. It's very, very helpful.
Talking
Yeah.
about blood orcs right now.
Oh,
Blood orcs, I am in love with that concept. They're orcs made entirely out of blood, right? Oh, I am in love with that.
Good.
So,
I
Durga?
don't even know where I am right now. Like
you're
in
still
relation
hiding
to
in a bush.
Rothaen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in
Look,
the setting
man,
of
I know where I'm at. Okay.
Do you?
Okay.
Say the setting. Say it out loud.
Okay, look.
Okay.
I
Durga
showed up
is-
having no idea. I'm just along for the ride, man.
Okay.
Um,
You're in Rothaen.
Okay. No, so am I like close to
You can
bow,
run in and you
spear?
can hack and slash. You can cast a spell. Your
My
spells
spells are not great.
They're not great, huh?
No, mine are all healing because guess what? I'm a cleric.
Well, the good news is no one's taken any damage, so no one.
Yeah, nobody.
Definitely.
Nobody's taken any damage.
No one of importance.
Not a single person has taken damage. I mean, just poor Detective Robot Murtaugh.
Well,
You could try and
Just-
heal Detective
that's like
Robot Murtaugh.
repairing.
I'm
don't
gonna
even-
wait
yeah.
till like we
Yeah.
clear it out before I like go check him out.
It's not a pressing emergency.
He's not gonna bleed out. He's just gonna be twitching for a bit.
You see oil leaking onto the path.
Okay, why you gotta make this bad?
Probably fine.
Okay, why you gotta make? He's fine. He'll be fine.
Do what you want.
Look, okay.
you want. Murtaugh's fine.
I do have a warhammer, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go after spear.
Okay. Hack and slash.
Yeah, why not?
That's a strength check.
Boom.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Why not?
Are they wearing name tags, or do we just intuit that these are their?
I just realized probably everyone here calls them like spear and bow, and they're like, that is not our name.
My name is
so
Jason
incredible.
Spear. Shut up.
That's so incredibly racist of you guys.
See, Wes, this is why we need you to clear up this situation.
Yeah, because it is actually, this is one of those things where you can tell, like, it is actually very interesting as you read about like the Black Tusk elves and how like xenophobic they are and how they're like so protective of their society and how they're willing to like kill and like murder people and then trade in human beings to keep their society alive. I would say not good guys. That's generally what I would say, but Wes could clear that up and say, no, they're actually, in my opinion, the good guys of the setting.
Yeah.
That could be Wes's opinion. I don't think it is, but I
Yeah.
don't want to speak for Wes.
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah.
I don't want to put anything past Wes. That's the biggest way to disrespect someone.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're going to hack and
Alright.
slash.
Hack and
Why
slash.
not?
Hammer it up.
Slash and hack.
Nope.
That's a 6.
That does not happen.
Okay, so so you run in to attack spear or bow?
Spear.
Okay, so you run in to attack spear, and spear actually still has its spear inside of Ovid, right? So as you come running in, the elf just like doesn't have enough time to pull its spear and to attack you, so it just does like one of those shin kicks, like the MMA shin kicks that you see, which are very painful. And so you get hit with one of those, which does
Really, if
6
it's a
damage.
shin kick, I'm also a dwarf, so it's like more
It's
like a
it's
stomach.
torso.
So it's, yeah.
Yeah, you get hit right here.
But it's not gonna bruise because you don't bruise when you get hit in the stomach.
That's a good point. Yeah. Also, I mean, you're a dwarf, so I would imagine dwarves have really like good stomachs.
That's racist.
Yeah, it is very racist.
Yeah, no, I
extremely offended right now.
fair point.
Do they have more? Do they have more ribs? Maybe I don't know.
I actually think
In
dwarves
Rothaen?
would have more ribs.
Yeah.
I think they have more ribs, and they're just like they're not fat. They're just meaty. You know?
You're just
all the
making
ribs.
assumptions about my people, and I'm really not appreciating it right now.
That is
True.
I came
I
here to have a
think
good
I
time.
thought
I'm honestly feeling very attacked right now.
Yeah.
Literally attacked.
How many ribs do dwarves have in Rothaen?
Wes, this is very important. If you
Yeah.
could weigh in on that.
We need.
Still waiting on the elf determining.
We have a lot of questions.
He's like, you see the ... reply, like he's
It's
like
going to
typing
be
a
a wall of text.
Is it an odd or even number? At least tell us that.
yeah.
Okay. So I attacked spear.
You take
gave
1d6 damage.
like you gave me an option and I didn't.
We have to roll our own damage? That's,
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
That's messed up.
It is,
That
right?
is messed up.
That's
Do
the
I
thing, when
get-
it rolls high, it's like, listen, it's not even my fault.
I-
come on, my cool
but-
babies, you did it to yourself.
But I have a question. Do I get anything because I have armor?
You do get your armor against
Okay.
this, so you get to reduce it by 1.
Excellent.
So it's only 4 damage.
Hooray.
It's just a scratch.
Merely a freshman. This
Yeah.
is not nearly as bad as the first time I played with you on Saving Throw Show.
Yeah. Dark Sun, if you know anything about Dark Sun, it is brutal. Brutal.
The chat had to save me on
yeah.
my first hit. I took like 12 damage on my first hit. It
Oh.
was really stupid. I was like clinging on to dear life, and they're like, "Here."
Yeah,
have
they
some
were.
hit
I
points."
mean, chat is number one. They're garbage, and I don't care for them. But that being said,
I love
they
you
are
guys.
very generous.
I love you guys.
So but I
Flirt
don't
with
think
the
being
camera.
generous that doesn't get you any favor with me.
Is Detective Robot Murtaugh telling us this, or is this you, Sean? Because
Oh,
it
I'm
sounds
sorry.
like the kind of contradicting opinion
you
we would
hear-
expect from Murtaugh.
Yeah, you hear Murtaugh like gurgling that out as oil splashes out of his mouth as he's saying
fine.
all those things.
Don't make me feel bad. I need to get
but-
time.
You made the right
the
call.
good news is we are back up to the top of the round. Spear has removed its spear from your ribs.
Oh, yay.
So that's but it looks like he's actually just about to stab you
Oh,
with it again.
wow.
And Bo is no longer stunned and drooling, and
Okay.
is just like shaking it off, and actually drops its bow and
Hold
picks
up.
up a dagger.
I want to try my other cool move. I want to
Okay.
try to blot out the sun.
There's funny enough, spear and dagger have both moved very close to that single ray of light coming from the
This will be
jungle.
perfect.
Yeah. So there's this light coming down from the sun.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna blot it out.
I'm gonna spend
they
extra
able-
ammo to try
Okay.
to shoot at
Wait,
two
are they
guys.
able to see in the dark though?
It's
that
not.
is that a spout lore
because
situation?
it's dawn. Yeah, you can spout lore about it. Maybe they have dark vision, or maybe
Sure.
they don't
Yeah,
have
go
dark
for it.
vision.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I mean, I'm not literally blotting out the sun.
What is
We can't
plus
do that.
int?
That's true.
So that's 7.
What do you say? What is true about them?
They cannot see in the dark.
Yeah, so that is true. These elves
Yes.
do not have dark vision.
Excellent. Boom.
Cool.
Do it. Do the thing.
Okay, so I'm
The sun.
basically I'm just shooting at two guys. It's just a cool
But it
name
is
for it.
Blot out the sun. But
Okay.
that's actually really helpful because I actually do have a 3rd level spell called Darkness.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
nice.
helpful.
Okay, here we go.
See, that's why spout lore is great.
There we
Also
go.
why I needed that information.
7, 9.
Nice.
Okay, so you realize that even though they're both next to this light, you see a good opportunity of like a couple of branches, and you're like, oh, if I shoot these branches, it'll fall on them. Maybe the canopy will close up. And actually, you don't care about the. You're like, whatever. I
I'd
want
rather
to
kill them.
So you're like, you just
I
see a
hate
couple
these
of big branches,
Black
right?
Dust
And you're like, they're so close to collapsing.
Yeah.
So you just you have to move forward to do it, which puts you in a kind of a dicey situation.
Okay.
So you move forward. You're able to take your 2 shots. Both of the branches fall down onto spear and dagger, and roll your damage.
Oh, did his name change because he changed
It
weapons?
says dagger on my page. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wes,
Oh, okay.
Now, question.
Hi.
So,
Good deal.
if there's only one damage number, is that for any weapon? Unless it says different?
It's for any weapon you use. That's your damage
Okay.
die, no matter what weapon you use.
Okay. And this roll will do it to both. Is that correct? When it's blot out the sun.
Absolutely right.
Because I feel like being a 7-year-old.
Do you have a
3.
flavor preference?
Surprised me.
You get.
Not great.
Well, but the thing is, you're doing it to both of them, which is real good.
Yes.
And Spear
I'll take
is on his last legs. Dagger.
Oh, yeah.
Dagger's not. She's still in decent shape after that.
Sure.
But the key thing is those branches collapse on them, and then the canopy above it actually fills in. So it does, in fact, blot out the sun.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
magic star.
Fancy.
Yeah, your
Nice.
magic stars are gone.
Oh.
Who
My
knows if you'll be able to cast your next spell without it. Unfortunately, Dagger does crawl out from underneath and just throw the dagger at you, and that is also going to do a d6 damage.
Which I have to roll myself.
You have to roll yourself.
Dun, dun, dun.
6.
You are the first person who has remarked on how kind of messed up that is, and I never thought about it, but it is so true that you have to damage yourself.
Yeah. Armor against that?
Armor against that for sure.
Alright, 5.
But yeah, Dagger looks pretty badly injured though from that hit. So anybody else can go who's ready.
I mean, I might as well go over there and try to attack him. Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, she seems to be aware of your presence.
Well, yeah, it is unfortunate, but I will just attack with my short sword, which I had before. And so I can
You still have your short sword.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that every round.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
It will not be annoying.
I'll count on that.
Yeah.
And can I still roll with dex for
You
this?
can always use your dex whenever you're using the weapons you have are very dexterous weapons.
Okay.
So yeah, you can use your dex on hack and slash.
Perfect. I'm gonna do it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
No consequences, guys. This is just you once again see your human just prancing around like a swashbuckler, no issue at all. You're like, wow, why bother stealing things when you can just kill everyone who opposes you?
I
Hey.
think that myself sometimes.
I play characters like that. They're awesome.
Okay, so just my d8 then, which is a 6.
Which is enough to
like it.
kill
Yes.
Dagger. So you kill Dagger.
Dagger looked at me funny.
She did look at you funny. She looked
Like
funny
it.
at everyone. But you can take it more personally if you'd like.
I do.
Okay, good. So that's canon.
It is. Put that in everything, Wes.
The quarterly newsletter will constantly talk about the the slights that you've taken to your offenses.
Shonk does not like that.
Yeah. Shonk is not a fan.
Nope.
Shonk should talk in third person.
Shonk should do that all the time. You're right.
Is Shank saying that, or are you saying that?
Both.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. The
Shank,
answer is
Shank
yes.
is saying that
So-
Shank is saying it.
Yes. Yes.
So is everybody dead?
The three elves are very clearly dead. You can keep one alive if you like
No.
with healing magic.
I have no interest in that.
There was not even a momentary consideration.
No.
We don't roll that way.
No. I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Okay.
We're the terrorists.
Okay.
Freedom fighters, I believe, is the
Look.
Liberators.
liberators. Rebellion.
Look. No, I'm gonna go check out Detective Robot Murtaugh.
Okay, DRM.
Yeah. You need to say his whole name and be respectful.
He's actually.
He is 1 day away from retirement. You need to be respectful and use
Yeah.
his whole name, Sean.
Well, the reason I say DRM is because it's just quicker because he comes from a long line of DRMs. There are 6 previous to him. Right? Is that how many there are previous to him? I think it's 6. Is it 5? Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Is he like bleeding out? Is he responsive? Detective Robot Murtaugh.
You know what? He's robot responsive.
What does that mean?
Has he come back
Define
from robot
that for me,
unconscious?
Sean.
I would say he is robot unconscious, but he is also, if you do like magical things, he robot responds. It's funny for me.
Okay, wait. All we promised was that he wouldn't die on the road.
That is true. Yeah, so you drag him off the road.
Let me
There's
try it.
There's a trail of muddy blood as you drag.
Okay. I promised him that I'd give it a shot.
Okay.
No
Then
promises
let's-
I'd
okay.
actually keep him alive.
All right. Well,
Sure.
let's give
But
it a
I
shot.
promised him I'd give it
All right,
a
so
shot.
You have Cure Light Wounds. That's a spell you have.
Yes, and I have first aid, so it doesn't count against my limit of granted spells.
Oh, that's actually real good. It means that it's basically a cantrip for you. So you actually would have an additional spell, so you could pick Bless, Alignment.
What?
You can pick Alignment, Cause Fear.
Shut the front
Sanctuary,
door.
Speak with Dead. You can pick.
Oh, I
any of
can speak
those.
with the dead. I can speak with dead
Your
people.
wizard also has that. Just so you know.
Oh God.
I'll show you how to do it properly.
Okay, so I'm
do
not
not
gonna
pick
do that.
I mean, do what you want. but
I'm
I
not
would
gonna do
It's a
that.
bit
No.
tricky for first timers.
Yeah,
No.
so check one of those other
Interest.
boxes.
God, I hate that. I hate that.
Bless, Detect Alignment, Cause Fear, or Sanctuary.
Any opinions?
No, I was going to change the subject while you were thinking about
Yeah, do that.
Just
for
real
sure.
quick.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
I just have a question. So I have an animal companion. It's a cat named Emery.
Okay.
How
do you spell Emery?
Emory.
That's exactly how I would spell it. Agreed.
So I picked a bunch of traits that this cat has, and I'm wondering how they actually interact in the game.
How would you say they show up?
By me role playing them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It was so specific, the options. I just was wondering
Yes.
if
Well,
there
I
were.
mean, they're ferocious or tough
Yeah.
or whatever. So yeah, like do that.
Okay,
But
cool.
Also it's cooler if you are having fun.
Absolutely.
So that's how it works.
Great. It is
Yeah,
my
Dungeon-
first time playing Dungeon World.
It is.
So
It is.
we're all
This is
learning.
only Jack's second time, so we have basically a table of almost newbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jack. Listen, Jack is not hot shit. All right, just to be clear.
Not in the slightest.
Great. I love that you
Not
jumped
in
on
the
board because now I'm
slightest.
really gonna get #savage on you. Just real garbage. Jack is somebody I do not care for. I think I've made that very clear.
Sean and I have been friends for like what, 2.5 years now?
Sure. Well, you say friend, I say somebody whose name I often forget. But yeah.
That's a lie. I drive you places. You remember my name very well.
I have to. You would be. You're very aggressive. You're the only. This is a person who is so aggressive to me. No one else. Other people put up with my bullshit. I do not get Jack's deal. There's something weird about Jack.
There's so much
I don't
weird
agree with
about
it.
me.
Okay, so yeah, your cat. What is your cat like? Describe your cat. I picked a great time.
Absolutely.
This camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
So Emery, the cat, he's huge.
Nice.
He's ferocious. But he's also savage and frightening. He has quick reflexes, and he likes to fight monsters. So basically, he's a fucking badass.
Is he huge in like a feline obesity kind of way? Or
Probably
I got one
has
of those at
diabetes.
home. I got one of those at home.
It's type 2 though.
He's so snuggly.
It is an important note, yeah.
Yeah, but I will say, feline diabetes exists, right? Like,
Yes,
that's a
Oh,
real
yeah.
I've had a
thing.
cat
Yeah.
that was
That's
diabetic.
so insane.
Insulin shots 3 times a day.
That's such a crazy thing for a cat to get. Like,
well, they gotta diet and exercise as kittens, or else it
That
really
blood
catches
sugar.
up with them later on.
Yeah.
It does.
well, and that's one of those things. Cats are so full of themselves that no
Yeah.
cat thinks they're gonna get it. Like
No.
it's it's the same thing that happens to us when we're young. We think we're invincible. Cats are the same way.
Just always.
Yeah.
But yeah, for their life, for the duration of their life, which is frustrating as someone who does not like cats. Yep, I've marked myself as an unrepentant dog lover.
You were losing so many points in Megan's book on this whole stream. First with the Doctor Who stuff, and then with the cats.
true.
Like, you guys are going to
Yeah.
be mortal enemies by the end of this stream.
I think
Just a
I don't.
forecast.
There's if I had to be 100% honest, I would say eventually we're gonna find 3 things that Megan is like. I think that's okay about Sean.
That's optimistic.
Sean
I
has
mean, over
very
the entire lifetime.
But I
of her
mean,
knowing.
Sean
Okay.
also has only 3 really redeemable factors about himself.
Name one.
You have a nice beard.
That's so.
pretty much
that's
it.
so not compelling.
No, but that's how low.
Okay,
that's
let's-
how low
all right,
those redeemable
I'm bailing
things
on
are.
this. I don't want to go into it. I don't like how low stakes my compelling traits are. Oh boy.
You said me to name one.
Yeah, no,
So I
I-
named one. You didn't hear the other
Yeah,
2.
no, I'm
the
bailing
other
on
2
this.
could have been amazing, but you're
Unlikely.
bailing on this bit, Sean.
Yeah, I'm bailing on it because I.
Don't wanna.
So you find yourself as you drag Murtaugh off and from the muddy blood, you find yourself looking at I mean, still kind of intact, DRM. He's struggling to robot breathe. His pistons are pumping and grinding. Like you're telling, oh, the pistons aren't supposed to grind. That's not a thing that's supposed to happen. But you hear the pistons grinding, so not a good situation for him to be in.
If we remove
Coughing up
some.
oil.
Yeah, he probably doesn't need all of those pistons.
How would I?
Do you want to use magic?
I mean, my first aid though.
Yeah, that's Cure Light Wounds. That's a spell.
Okay, so how do I?
You make a check and you add your Wisdom modifier. So
Okay.
you roll 2d6 and add your Wisdom modifier.
Easy enough.
Do you want to waste it though?
It's not a way. It's a cantrip, so
What are
it's,
the time?
Can technically still lose it, even though it's a cantrip.
that's true.
You can lose it. So do you want to just let him die?
When you put it like that.
I mean, is he of any other use to us?
Your word.
My general rule of thumb is that I usually play rogue, so this is a pretty easy choice. But he knows, because I like playing characters where it's all about me. But this one's not about that.
So you're going to attempt it.
Yeah.
Be the good.
Sorry, guys. I'm good.
Sorry,
do it.
guys, I'm going to try and save a life.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
All right, I guess.
Things that...
7.
7.
So I
okay.
don't
Okay,
lose
so
it.
you do have to pick, though. So you're casting a spell, so you have to pick one of those 3 bullet points.
What is -1 ongoing to cast a spell?
So
that's
from
like
whenever
every time I roll.
Whenever
I'm
you
just getting
cast a
number
spell,
1.
you have -1 now. Until you next commune, which, FYI, spoiler alert, little bit of inside info, is not going to happen again this session. So you'll have -1 for the rest of the night on casting spells. Or you can lose the spell, or you can put yourself in an unwelcome position. Is that what it is? Unwelcome?
Unwelcome attention, or
Unwelcome
put yourself in a
attention.
spot.
Or put yourself in a spot. And the cool thing about Dungeon World is we can push that, we can kick that can down the road. So I'll just make a note of that, and then we'll use it later.
Sure, why not? I might die tonight. Who cares?
All right, so you are in an unwelcome...
Probably not coming back to this, so it's okay.
Okay.
If I die, I die.
So
It's
the great
cool.
thing is your magic does actually work on the
Yeah.
robot.
Oh, good.
These robots are affected by divine magic. So you actually you're able to like there's gaskets that are broken. There's steam like spitting out, and it all just kind of like fuses itself back together as you cast your divine Cure Light Wounds spell. And then Murtaugh just shakes his head. Robot shakes his head, and then Robot stands up
Yeah.
and looks at you and says, "Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know that was probably challenging for you because, we haven't been real nice to all the people that live in this city.
Mm-hmm.
At times, I would say we've been mean.
Openly hostile? Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Passive aggressive. I would say that we've been mean and passive
No,
aggressive.
no, you've been just aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
passive aggressive.
Kidnapped and murdered.
Well,
people.
in my defense,
I'm from the Midwestern territories. It is not passive aggressive. It
okay.
is just
Well, if you think
aggressive.
that, I gotta say personally, I have not kidnapped or murdered a ton of people.
Okay.
This week.
In general,
No,
I
in
would
general.
say sub 50.
Okay. And
If that makes
That
you.
only
Yeah.
makes you a mass murderer.
Well, listen, there's people that killed a lot more than me.
yeah.
Helps me sleep at night.
Yeah.
We're still feeling good about this decision. Then.
I'm feeling great about it.
One day, if you can just get me to the end of today.
We'll see.
I mean, one of you did promise me, and it seemed genuine. Seemed
Totally.
very genuine.
It was.
And then the other just kind of said a bunch of words and then trailed off at the end. So I feel like that's
Yeah.
a pretty binding thing.
And I promised you wouldn't die on the road. So
Yeah. Well, then
you've got that.
And I promised I would give it a shot.
all of those things have turned out
So-
great for me.
Yeah.
So you travel down the path the rest of
Right.
the day and find yourself, you find your way to a clearing and you see the Clockwork Prison totally unguarded. You don't see soldiers all around it. You don't see people like walking the perimeter. It's just a 2-story solid building with one giant metal door. And yeah, it's real strange because, just the concept of a prison is not, box with no guards. But that's basically what it looks like. Nobody guarding it.
I want to try and use my logical reasoning, my deductive skills,
Sure.
to discern reality.
Okay.
And see if there is anything
That's you.
anything more than meets the eye going on here with the prison defenses.
Like they're Transformers.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. In any sense.
Yeah.
So because I am logical, I can use my intelligence instead of my wisdom bonus for that. When I'm
good
using my deductive powers.
Sure, because your wisdom sucks.
It does. It's not great.
It's not great. It's not terrible. It's not
It's
a
not,
minus
yeah,
one.
it's fine. It's a 10.
Yeah, so really good. Yeah, your deductive reasoning is very strong, Sherlock style.
So I steeple my fingers.
Yeah, you steeple your fingers, and you ask questions from that list.
Okay. What here is not what it appears to be.
So you
Murtaugh.
hear... yeah, actually, Murtaugh's been very upfront. Surprisingly so, right? I mean, there is bits of information coming out about Murtaugh that's like, okay, I wish I would have known that at the beginning, maybe.
Sure.
But
yeah.
overall, he's actually been pretty upfront. What here is not as it appears to be. You can actually hear a ton of grinding and sliding metal inside the prison.
Gross.
Like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like the entire building is. I mean, the building is stationary. It is not moving, but you hear a lot of movement.
Okay. What should I be on the lookout for?
You know that Grim Gear is in this prison, and Grim Gear is. I mean, it's the Clockwork Queen's right-hand robot.
Okay.
So it's enforces all of her robot opinions.
Okay.
Her robot edicts, robot laws.
Okay.
Enhances and enforces, in fact.
A mating.
Mating.
And what is about to happen?
You hear. That's really cool. So you actually hear some scuttling and scraping behind you, and you actually notice before it's able to get a jump on you. You actually see scorpions that have climbed the trees and are about to jump down from the trees onto you.
Climb trees.
The reverse horses!
Reverse horses, exactly. Yeah, they do in fact climb trees. You do see just to the side of the building, you do see the sewer, so you can fight multiple reverse horses that look like they're about to jump onto you, or you can run for that sewer.
Okay.
I recommend the sewer.
That sounds like a good course of action.
So in fact, as you run to the sewer, the tigers jump out of their den, the tigers from before, and they actually go running towards the scorpions, because scorpions and tigers are mortal enemies.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, of
course.
Wes, we need confirmation on that.
Canon, yeah.
We do not need canon. We don't need confirmation on that. I think Wes is running in some sense of reality.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Still working on the elf thing.
Still working on the elf thing.
No, he just said look at the pretext document. He looked at it a couple of times.
Oh,
He
nice.
said do your own research, damn it.
Do your own research, damn it.
Okay.
Did he spell it with two M's or the MN as is proper?
I'll go back and I'll scroll.
Yeah, do scroll.
Usually it's
I'll scroll up the
D-
chat.
There's probably an F in there somewhere.
important.
Yeah, usually it's DAFS. Do a search, but
Get
yeah.
a Sprite.
Yes.
Okay,
Just using Jordan for
That's what I'm
my
here for.
beverage duty.
I would take a beverage as well.
Ooh, sorry, can't do.
Wait, is there
What are the
is there alcohol in my corner?
There is not currently
That's
any
fine.
right now.
That's fine.
Can you
fine.
make some?
Coke Zero. Wait,
Right
give me
now.
time. how much
Is that
time
a
do you have?
spell? Yeah, everything is a spell.
Ferments after time.
Yeah.
Coke Zero.
Water.
Water.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, if there's water, I would.
because I have a
water.
wine skin, so maybe
Anyone? Nick? Don?
anybody in the chat?
Chat.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Go.
Have a drink.
Wes? Can you weigh in on whether or not you can have a drink right now? Just whenever you, at your convenience.
So you jump into the sewer, and it is, for a sewer, pretty clean. By sewer standards, it's, gross and disgusting, all that, but you're like, okay, it's not like literal shit. So that's like, things are looking up.
Yeah. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, 6 out of 10, would not recommend.
It is a
but-
robot sewer, right? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. It's mostly just like, it's food from the prisoners, and but not for some reason not their waist. Not their. I don't want to think about it anymore. So.
Robots eat it, maybe.
Well, okay.
Cannon!
Robots.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
They are
Prisoner.
poop-eating robots.
Yes.
Well, what else would they run on? We haven't seen any source
true.
of fuel
Yeah,
so
Detective
far.
Robot.
We don't know.
Murtaugh could
Yeah.
probably agree to
Eliminate
that.
that.
Confirm or deny?
Murtaugh just looks at you and says, "I'm not into eating poop. Not into it."
Hey, there had to be something, that was biological matter inside of you for me to heal it. So, you can lie to us all you want.
Have you heard of oil? I burn oil, my friend. I burn.
That was synthetic, so I don't know about that, buddy.
No, this is biological oil. We collect oil off of people. We use people oil.
Yeah, it's like you harvest it like coconut oil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweetens any dish.
They call it copper slop.
Yep. Copper slop.
Good.
That is
Like
not a
cocoa
nice
butter.
name for a thing.
No.
No.
So you work your way through the bowels of the sewers, and because no one knows
Well done.
about no one knows about the sewers.
Right.
It's not all that well guarded. You actually find your way into the prison, into level 1 of the prison, and you now know what's making all the sense. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, before we enter the prison, a couple of us are down on hit points. I don't know if you want to try any more magic.
Yeah, a couple
before
of us are down on hit points. It's rough. It's real rough out there.
By the
Yeah.
way, this is
I'm not disagreeing.
This is the friendliest, most giving version of the characters that Jack plays.
I've played executioners before him, so
Every
I play
character
real
is.
friendly. Okay, look, Assassin's Executioner. I'm playing
You
a
are-
paladin
you
in the
have
other
used-
one.
Of vengeance, right?
Yeah, vengeance.
So every version of
It
your
was-
character is real murder.
It was. Okay, look, Sean. Actually, no, the other one, this one, the campaign that we're playing
Oh,
that
that's right,
doesn't
it's
have a whole
Nature
lot.
Paladin.
Yeah, it's a nature paladin. I'm playing something positive this time, and it's weird, and I don't like it. And I have to support Jordan Pridgeon's character, which was a mistake.
Jordan from our Saturday Dark Sun game. Everyone hates him.
Not me, though. We share the same first name. I met him recently, and we had a lot in common.
Is it
Yes.
spelled the same way?
Yeah.
How many ways are there to spell Jordan?
A few, actually.
A couple,
yeah.
yeah.
O-N-Y-N,
Y-N.
No, I don't like either of
IN.
those.
I-N.
Don't-
I've actually,
I actually am fine with IN.
yeah. Oh, good. I'll
Is
let
that
the-
how you
I'll
Like
spell
Jordan,
it?
No.
like
Oh,
Jordan
There's also
Sparks.
apostrophe N.
Yeah.
That's a thing,
Or
right?
just J-O-R-D-N.
Or it starts with a G, but you pronounce it Jordan.
Right.
Yeah. Much like Jeff.
Yeah.
God.
Or golf.
You did ask.
Yeah. No, I.
Yeah, you open that door.
If that's your
So
name,
I'm
fine.
gonna. So
Right. There are 5
So
different
who
Jordan
wants-
spellings in chat right now.
so what are your hit points?
I'm all right. I'm only down 3.
I'm down 5.
And I just realized I have more
But
armor
it's-
than I thought I did.
Are you? You're good. You haven't been touched yet.
Nope, I'm good.
See,
I just
it's-
killed everyone.
So I'm
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah,
murderous
we
don't have
ballerina.
yeah,
pretty
it,
much.
it helped that you danced
Yeah.
around and like really carried the day.
Oh yeah.
I only say that because I'm down
A lot.
7 hit points, which is why.
Here's the thing,
Healer,
you can
heal thyself.
Yeah, you can heal everyone though. The great thing about
Yeah.
spells is you can do it an infinite number of times.
Yeah, unless I roll low. And
Yeah,
Wizard.
people don't fail.
So try it on yourself first.
Yeah.
And then see
I
what
mean,
on
you're
myself
gonna have to do it at some point
That's true.
because I will
Okay.
try to kill you.
Well, try.
box is-
No,
it-
Sean
it-
will kill me. I'm
is a
gonna
game.
use the box.
I know how our home games go, where it's like you just roll any fucking place you want.
Isn't that how?
Yeah, just on the table using
Yeah.
generally the area in
Sean,
front of you.
since when in this session have I rolled outside of the box?
I'm just dragon
Your
splitting.
phone's going off. God, why are you the worst person?
So plus wisdom.
Plus wisdom, -1, so 7 still.
So that's good enough to not lose the spell unless you choose to. Oh, are you -1?
Yeah,
No, I
no,
thought you
no,
chose
because I
to put
took.
yourself
No,
in
you're
the
good.
spot.
So I'm still 8. It's still not great.
Yeah.
But it does happen.
Yeah, the spell works.
See?
So you
Yeah.
roll what it says. I think it's what is it, a D8?
It's 1d8 damage,
nice.
but then I also add my level to the amount of damage healed.
Nice.
Do you have an 8?
Yeah, so D8 plus 3, that's pretty good.
Cool. It's probably gonna roll like a 1. Oh, 8.
8.
Hey,
So
that's
you're
neat.
fully healed.
8.
Fully
And now
healed.
you can are you choosing the -1, or are you going to lose the spell, or you...
I can put myself in another spot.
Times two.
Sean's just
Back it
gonna
up.
kill me at the end of it. I want to
You'll
put
be
myself
fine.
in multiple. I'm not gonna be fine. I
gonna
played
be
with. God damn it, Sean. Why you're the worst person.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Can't be the worst person.
Oh, he's the
I mean,
worst.
there are a lot of people.
It's true.
That is
Yeah.
an undeniable fact.
Sean almost.
That there are a lot of
Sean
people.
has
There are a
almost
lot
killed
of-
me.
I won't disagree with that.
All right.
The second part, it's tough, because I don't want to get into ethics of what's right and wrong, okay? I just know that, I don't think other people matter. Does that make me a bad person?
I describe Sean as the socialist Ron Swanson a lot in how he feels about other people and breakfast food.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I will eat 6 eggs every single day.
Yep. Nailed it.
For breakfast.
Every morning to
Every morning.
help you get large.
I'm gonna do
You gonna try it again? Oh, no, you got your second unwelcome spot, so you can cast a spell again if you like. To help out your ranger or your wizard.
I'm fine.
The wizard does
He's
not
fine.
care for the healing.
He's fine. But I didn't actually say which one I was gonna take
Okay,
for
well,
this
sorry,
one.
then minus
Wait till he
this.
raises it, then take it again.
No, I'll just put myself in 2 spots now that you've erased it.
Times 2.
Do you want anything?
I mean,
seems
I'm
like he
down
wants
5. I plan on getting in the action, but I don't need it.
I mean, I can give it a shot again. I mean, I'll just get
It's up
myself
to you.
killed by the end of it. It's all right. I'll die. It's cool. I'll die for my
That
cause.
Midwest passive-aggressive attitude, I love it.
Oh yeah.
That's not passive aggressive. I believe in trial by combat. I'm not quite sure what that means, but we're gonna figure it out along the way.
Oh, yeah.
My religion believes in
That's
trial
cool.
by combat. Add petition personal victory, which I have no fucking clue what that is.
That's okay.
Because it's not in my
In
papers.
the meantime, roll for your heal.
Nope.
Oh.
Didn't even make it.
Oh, yeah, not even close.
Not even close.
Okay.
Okay.
So what happens?
What happens
I take
is-
damage, don't I?
Oh, you're fine.
What happens?
So
I
you
take damage.
yeah, so you attempt to cast the healing spell on the ranger, and
Sure.
it just nothing happens. Your
Oh, good.
there is no
That is
divine
nothing
aid, no
happens.
divine guidance comes. It's simply just nothing
Did you
happens.
try widening your stance? Before you do it, I find it helpful
Okay,
to
look.
set up myself in a
Look
nice
here,
position
motherfucker.
in order to. I'm just trying to be helpful.
I don't need to be wizard-splained over here. I didn't go to the best cleric school. My parents couldn't afford it. I was on scholarship. Okay. So,
I just
I
Community-
know what that's like. I
Yeah.
was on a robot scholarship.
yeah, community medical school is just, not good. So the cleric,
I think you do
Doesn't
still
work
have
all the
another- I think you might have a 3rd level healing spell.
We don't
Nope.
want to burn.
Nope, you just have darkness.
Nope.
I don't know what I'm talking
Hello
about.
there.
it's just
Yeah, I don't know what
nothing
you're
but
talking about
It's nothing but darkness.
no, but I still don't know what this add petition is.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just not in my paperwork.
Add petition personal victory.
I don't know
So
what that means.
I don't know what that means either, because I have never used this version. The thing about Dungeon World is there are so many classes, and I have not played this version of
Yeah.
the cleric. This is a newer version of the cleric. I played an older cleric. This is before Dungeon World got really big, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen that before. So personal victory. I'm gonna say that
I don't understand. For me, it's I don't understand what the add. What is a petition?
Oh, well, in this case, I don't think it would be circulating one amongst your neighbors.
No.
Probably, it's more of a asking your god for help in a. It has to be trial.
Oh,
by
so
combat.
probably
That's
if you.
the thing I don't
So probably
understand.
I assume it means if you're in combat and you have a personal victory, then you can petition your god for something.
Sure, that makes sense.
Great.
What I'm going to do
Maybe.
is I'm just going to, in combat, just let me know when you want to ask your god for help,
Okay.
and you can do so.
Excellent.
Cool.
It's kind of like a bonus action.
Yeah, as a little, yeah. In D&D terms, it'll be a bonus
Okay,
action. You
that I
do
can translate
in
to.
addition to failing a hack and slash roll.
Thank you.
So you see a grate up that it is above you, so it would make you go vertical into the prison. That all makes sense, as you being the intelligent one. The rest of you guys can probably
Up there is above us.
What?
I'm also smart.
Way?
I'm smart. That's
Just
why I got
straight
that.
up.
I'm smart too. I got a scholarship.
Oh yeah, no one has ever disputed your intelligence. It's just you're slightly inexperienced in ways of some things. And
Okay, now I'm sensing passive aggressiveness.
we're all here to help. No, there's just helpfulness.
Oh, and condescension.
No, I'm just trying to explain things to
Yeah.
you that you don't understand.
Oh God.
It's not condescension. Totally different.
Yeah.
Anyways, shall we up? Yes.
You want to make us invisible first?
I'm feeling back on my game.
Oh.
Give it
It
a
might be
shot.
very useful, actually, in sneaking about the prison.
Could be.
Which one of us is least stealthy?
Yeah, probably.
I am a dwarf.
Yeah.
Cleric.
Actually, I think I am worse at it than you.
You
You
are.
are.
Do you want to try it on
I shall
yourself?
start with myself. So I begin the complicated gestures and hummed intonations.
So you're just gonna give us the example of what this will look like. And
I think I did it.
Yeah, you got a 10.
Son of a
so
bitch.
You don't even have to pick any
where did he go?
Success.
Didn't think that was gonna work.
Yeah.
And next, I will try the dwarf.
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Uh-oh.
Just go ahead.
Oh, shit. Whoa!
Hey!
So until that moment, though, until he cast the spell the second time,
no.
all three of you are like, it is possible that he just imploded himself too. Like, there's no evidence.
No.
gone.
I could still sense his ego. He was
Yeah,
definitely
there's
still
this
here.
He's in the upside
sense
down.
of-
He's
But yeah, you're like, well, he went out of existence for a moment. That could be anything, though. But then you see, Durga
just
disappear as
disappears.
well.
So she went with.
all right.
Maybe they're both dead.
Yeah.
Let's keep this
Yeah.
train going.
You.
Another great roll.
Wow.
What the?
And my cat.
On a roll.
Yeah. invisible
Just an
cat as well.
incidental.
And
And now the thief.
Nope. I
Nope,
lommeled
re-roll
it.
it.
no, re-roll it. It's not in the box.
Drink.
8.
8.
All right.
All right.
You
So
can
what's
roll
your
for it.
choice for the spell?
It is forgotten. I will forget invisibility.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily know that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I will keep that to myself.
Right. And remember, I could do this all day.
Just want to remind everyone.
All right.
So yeah, you're all invisible. There's a grate up above.
Perfect.
Boom.
Let's go then.
Okay.
So what's the marching order? Who goes first?
I'll probably go first.
I'll go second.
I should probably be furthest away from everyone because I'm going to make the most noise. So I'll be in the back.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right, so you turn the grate, twist it, pick it up, and move it, and get inside. And so now you know what was making all the sound, because.
Yeah.
No, I mean it depends on what you think. So you see
Well, it's
like
Wes's
walls
game,
and
so-
yeah.
The prison's just
Okay,
one giant
of course it
robot
is.
Orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do see like
Cameron.
cogs turning everywhere and walls constantly shifting and moving, and you don't see any. You see what are clearly prisoners, but you don't see cells. Like they're allowed to walk free. But the problem is because of the constant like shifting walls and cogs, you realize very quickly that it is easy to lose a sense of where you are, and you could walk around, but I mean what's the point? It's just a giant this giant building or whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You're looking
Bleak.
and you're looking into this central area. You see all of these prisoners just there. It's like a central, not like courtyard because you're not up above them, but you actually see like the central area that they're all allowed to walk around.
Just kind of like milling around.
Yeah, I mean they move around a little bit. They don't just like sit there all day, but they're allowed to walk around. And I mean you assume maybe at some point they're fed, but maybe not. Yeah, that's
Do we see from where we're standing? Do we see Tillis and Ulim?
not from where you're standing. No,
Okay.
but you also can't see like all the way through.
Sure, and things
because
are-
there's
yeah.
shifting walls
Okay.
and all that. So, but you do see like a central area with and then the walls move, and then you can't see them, and then you can see them,
Right.
and it's just kind of a whole thing. But you don't currently see them, so you can kind of move into the prison proper, or since it's kept so clean, the proper prison. And start looking, but it's difficult to get a sense of. You can tell it gets confusing very quick.
Okay.
How many? So we came up through a grate. Just taking a look from where we are, there are lots of other grates in the ground, or is this like the only one?
This is the only grate.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Great.
So you
Great.
you come back to this grate, and you're going to be reasonably certain that you're okay. Just got to make it back to the grate.
Okay.
Is the thing.
Okay.
That's the rub.
Wait, did we leave Detective Robot Murtaugh?
He's in tow. Actually,
But he's not
Ooh.
invisible.
he waits down below, and is like, I only got to make it 4 more hours.
What's that in robot time?
Well, in robot time, that's 2.5 hours.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I
considering-
typically go by flesh time.
Okay, that's interesting considering
Nobody else calls it that.
your robot time and days and I don't know, I'm just fascinated by you, Detective Robot Murtaugh.
I
Just
agree.
fascinated by you.
But also, whatever, I'm just a throwaway character.
You're never a throwaway
He's
character.
not a real person.
Shut your mouth. He's perfect.
Just the way I am.
Just the way he is.
1 day from retirement.
Yeah.
2.5 robot hours away from
2.5 robot hours, 4 flesh hours.
Boom. Done.
So yeah, he stays down there.
All right. Well, I guess all we can do is wander around and see if we can find them, unless anyone has a better plan.
I don't know if anybody is intelligent enough to figure out
Or
the
if we can figure out
machinations
what's-
of the clockwork, but it's
Yeah.
certainly
Or what's
worth
controlling it,
or
or
what's
where
controlling
from
it.
where.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to be able to figure that out?
Somebody that reads a lot of books.
I could give it a think.
Yeah.
So discern realities again?
Sure. Discern
And,
reality.
am I deducing?
I would. Yeah, absolutely. you're
Okay,
deducing.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say this is an intelligence.
8.
Okay. So you can ask one question.
Okay.
Who's the prettiest?
With a very.
One
If
question.
you ask that question, you're in good shape. Let me just tell you that.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Okay. So you see one prisoner in particular that is paying very close attention to the cogs on the walls as they move, and seems to be making very purposeful strides and movements. They seem to be the only one that seems to have any level of confidence about this. The other ones are like kind of walking around, but it's like as they get into the next room and then the room disappears in a new one, it's like they're like, I guess I'll just step forward or whatever. Like they're just like, this is a thing. But there is one prisoner in particular, like that one is moving, and they may not have anything figured out, but they look like they think they might. So
About how far away are they?
you think as you watch the walls, they're not far from you actually.
Okay.
You think just a couple of moves and you'd be able to get to them and talk to them.
Do we recognize them? Are they Tellus or Elam?
No.
Because I know them,
Oh.
so I'd know what they look like.
Yes.
Just saying.
No, this is.
So you gotta tell me if it's
this
them.
It's just like cops; they have to tell you.
Yeah.
Robot cops. Real
Yeah.
cops. That's an insane thing to think. Real cops don't have to tell you if they're a cop, but robot cops do.
It's in their programming.
It's in their It's they've been
Programmed.
secondarily programmed.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just another one of the many civilians that have been taken advantage of by the Clockwork Queen.
It appears we might wish to speak with that gentleman over there who's moving so purposefully. He seems to have some idea of the machinations of this place.
How are we going to talk to him? We're invisible. I
Yeah,
mean,
that-
that's
you
gonna
can
be a
still
bit-
speak.
I know that.
Says the invisible man. Speaking. Yeah.
I can only assume she's looking at me gratefully for relaying that information to her.
My point is, it's going to be weird if just some random voice not attached to a body starts talking. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not weird.
I
but
imagine these
look at this
prisoners have
place.
a lot of that they deal with.
All right, well, go talk to them.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Why not? You're the smart one, I guess.
Fine.
Yeah.
I believe just observing what he's doing, I might be able to kind of move purposefully towards him.
You think anyone could, but yes, you can.
But I don't want to let them know that.
Right. You all do know that.
Damn it.
Yeah, because you're people who can see. So you move forward, just you or everyone?
Do we have like a meeting place
We
where
should-
we can't see
Well,
each
great.
other?
We should probably stick together because of that. So I would say we
So
all
you
Yeah,
can
we
kind
should-
of
yeah.
can kind of generally tell where you are.
Everyone follow me.
Holding
Yeah,
hands.
yeah, exactly. You've got the chain going. It's the only safe way to go. And yeah, you move into the room. You catch up. You kind of cut him off at the pass because you're looking at how the rooms move, and you get there, and he's like just kind of like. It's very clear, like which wall is to you. It's very clear which wall is going to open up next, and he's actually looking in a different direction.
Okay.
He's looking in a different cardinal direction, but that's it. As you get closer, you notice a lot of bloody scratches all over his arm.
Okay.
So you're in the same room with this man.
And it's just us in the room with him?
Yep, just the five of you.
Okay. Don't be alarmed. But
What? Ah!
Remember, I specifically I prefaced that with "Don't be alarmed."
What are
Everything's
you?
fine.
Are you clockwork?
No. We're not actually. We stand in opposition to them, and
Okay, hold on. Am I nutso?
no. We are actually here. We are just invisible to the eye, as it were. But we actually.
That's not a thing.
No. It is. It's a thing that's actually occurring to you right now as we speak.
I'm pretty sure I'm fucking bananas.
Best moving forward to just accept these things at face value, and then we can move on to more valuable discourse. We're actually there's a group of us. They're actually,
Yeah.
No! One was too many.
no. This is a good thing because if you were crazy, it would be a lot of mental effort for you to expend to create 4 separate invisible, voiceless or voiceful, bodiless individuals. You're flustering me.
No.
What I'm trying to say.
If I believe this is true, I feel like there's a simpler way to explain it.
Nope, that's actually the least loquacious way I can think to explain that. Merely, we're actually
We're here to help.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that is what we seek to do.
Okay, can you show me how to get out?
Well, we were actually we just got in. We're trying to.
Why did you come in here?
Well, we're trying to find some friends of ours, and then we intend to leave with.
Do you know who Tellus and Elam are?
Yes.
I've heard them screaming a lot.
Ooh.
Great.
From which
I
direction?
respect them a lot.
Yeah.
I've actually been by them a couple of times. Didn't want to get involved in that.
Why? What happened? What was going on?
I saw them there's like drills and knives and stuff. Not good.
On them? By
Near
the
them.
guards?
But
Near them?
I have not seen them been. I was not close. I was close enough to see, but I didn't see them getting hurt. But I did see the tools. It's not great.
When was the last time you saw them?
Oh, this was 5 hours ago.
Okay.
When will we be near them again in the rotation?
Well, it depends on the ways you take, because you can get there pretty quick if you go the right ways.
You seem to have knowledge of this place that the rest of the prisoners lack.
Do you have eyeballs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And he shows you his arm, and he's carved out paths on his arm.
Oh.
Oh, very industrious.
We'll need
He holds up a bloody
need that
nail.
arm.
Yeah, see? It's great.
Um,
I don't have it filled in yet. I'm missing some spots.
We're here to rescue those two. Any information you can provide us that would be helpful in that endeavor would be greatly appreciated.
Helpful to save them.
Well, yes, and you could come too.
We're saving everybody.
Everyone can come.
Okay, everyone can come. All right, let's gather everyone. Let's gather all the people.
Do you think that's wise? That might be noticed by the clockworks.
Yeah, that's true. Let's not save anybody. Let's save me.
Well, no, we can still save everyone.
First, let's get the people who are in the most danger.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Listen,
if
Elam.
we save those two,
Yes.
then we save me.
Yes.
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 And yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. That's all that matters. I mean, I don't want them. It's whatever at this point. It's oh god, this is not good for them. Okay, great. Let's do it. So he shows you. He's like, all right. So we just got to kind of. So this one. Shit. This one. Okay. So this is the next one then instead. And yeah. So we got this. This is no problem. You actually you look at it and he's like kind of guiding you along the arm to get there. You realize he kind of makes a couple of mistakes. Like you're like, oh, I can read this bloody map with your pretty good intelligence, and you're like, he makes a couple of mistakes. You're like, you can correct him as you get to that point in the path. He is starting.
I do so gleefully.
Yeah, he is. He is beginning to lose it a little bit. So yeah, you're definitely realizing like. Yeah, it's good that you showed up because even though he has this wonderful map, it's just he's not totally even keeled. So yeah, he eventually you do find your way to the torture room where Yulin and Tellus are. Right, that's pretty close to what their names are.
Yep.
Yulin and Tellus. Yulin and Tellus. Yeah. Okay. That's what it is.
Canon.
So, yeah, canon, and an actual canon. This is the first time, unironically, I've used that word. So,
Wow.
You're welcome, Wes. Tellus and Yulim.
I did not spell that anyway.
No one would have spelled it this way other than Wes. Teilus and Yuulim.
Oh, that one.
I was
that
not
was way different.
Close.
I was also. That was pretty far off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one
I
to
was
spell.
pretty close on Tellus.
Yeah.
I put an L
You were
instead
very
of an I.
close,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So you find yourself, and you see both of them on tables, looking bloody and worse for wear, but still alive. They have not yet been executed.
All right. Well, let's get them off the table. So are they? What? What is it?
Just rush
He's
into
like,
it.
There-
Is
Yeah.
there-
Or
and
do we-
it's,
do we-
it's just them.
Just
Do
them.
we see guards?
You
Do we
don't see
any?
there are no guards. In
Okay.
fact, at points the crazy prisoner with you is like, Clockwork Queen came in one time and she was talking about how this prison is unbreakable into and out of, so no need for guards. She's 100% certain that it is perfectly built.
Yeah, she's real smart.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
yes, to their aid.
Yes.
Okay. So you go unshackling them, and as you're unshackling them, you hear the metallic voice behind you from Grim Gear saying, "We aren't done yet here." You turn around and you see a vicious, barbed robot, actually similar in design to the jackboot thugs that you see all over the city, but just adorned with, like I say, barbs and spikes. More of like a black metal than kind of the shinier, silverier aluminum type that you see around the city. He looks at you all and says,
He doesn't see us though, right?
But he
We're
can't
in-
see us because we're
"Oh,
invisible.
that's
We're
true.
invisible.
All he sees is
Shackles coming
off." He's like, "Okay,
And that
so
one-
instead of saying,
and that one
So
prisoner.
he walks in and he just says, "This is really weird," and then just immediately throws just a shower of spikes and metal towards you.
Oh,
Everybody
and-
make a defy danger roll.
I just want to point out, Wes says that the names are spelled in the traditional way.
Oh, of course.
traditionally.
Of course.
Gotcha.
We didn't ask for clarification, Wes. You didn't need to provide it.
Let me just say this. Just the spelling of these names is an indication that Wes is smarter than I am. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, I'm not creative enough to arrange the letters that way.
That he knows the traditional way to spell them.
Right, yeah, right.
He did a lot of research into this world
Yeah.
before creating it.
I actually believe he did.
He didn't go to 16 years of Rothaen University.
Yeah, just to waste it. Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm
defy
gonna-
danger.
I'm gonna get out of the way fast, so I'm gonna use my dexterity,
That makes sense.
Robot years.
and I get an 8.
Okay, you got an 8. What are you using, Jack? What ability? And if you're not sure, what are you using,
Use
Jordan?
the high one.
Uh,
Quick thinking.
Quick thinking,
I'm gonna
sure.
think quickly and
one?
dodge.
You're gonna
I'm
dip,
gonna-
dodge, dive, duck, and
and
dodge.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
I got an 8.
Where-
Constitution.
Well, that's better than a 6. Megan?
I will also act fast, so I will use my dex.
Okay.
So that's another 8.
Okay.
Stand there.
And Jack.
We're making decisions for you over
Okay,
here.
great. Yeah. What decision am I making?
We're like, may as well just use one of those uncomfortable spot things.
Oh,
If you want.
Please still roll your divine damage.
Okay. Because my highest one is wisdom, and through
Get
mental
through this
fortitude.
with mental fortitude.
I think I'm just gonna do Constitution.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Wow.
Nice.
Boom.
Okay.
I think you're the only one
yeah.
that succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
11.
so you all are going to take 2d10 damage, the lower of the two,
Okay.
because you succeeded. Quotation marks.
Succeeded.
So the lower of the two numbers is what you take.
Okay. So we roll the
2d10. You
2d10.
take the lower of the two.
5.
You take 5 damage as razor blades and just literally like barbed wire and saw blades, just spikes, just all.
I just
coming
like
at
duck
you.
behind something, you guys.
Is it one of us?
Blocked by their armor, assuming they have armor.
Yeah, you'll get armor reduction to this. Good call, producer.
Hey, look, it's going to be a 3.
And you get to add your armor, use
So
your
I
armor,
take
so that's
2.
actually not that bad.
Okay.
I got
Oh,
9.
no.
But I saw I have arcane ward, so as long as I have at least one prepared spell of first level or higher, I have +2 to my armor. So
You have 3 armor.
I only take 6. I'm only badly injured instead of terribly
Instead of
injured.
bloodied.
Yeah.
My body.
That is, you notice as Grim Gear goes running in, he does seem to focus on the blood coming out of your body. Like, oh, that's where the body is. So you think that it probably also knows that a torso is where most of the blood is.
Well,
Yeah, so Grim Gear comes running in, spiked fists at the ready. So, who goes first?
well, here's my question. Since I'm invisible, do I get backstab?
Yes, absolutely.
Then I shall go.
Stab him in the back.
And
My
I'm going to
short
prepare to attack as well after you.
Okay. So,
I should say, as he comes racing in, it's not so much like that. It's actually more of like a slow Terminator walk. He really is. That
Probably not
sound, you
worried.
hear that sound from the walls. The walls start moving slowly enough to actually do that. Yeah, so he's walking pretty slowly, actually.
all right.
Nice.
Yeah, that's, let's see, 12.
12.
Yeah.
All right, now roll your backstab check, because you first roll your hack and slash, now you roll a backstab.
Oh,
Yeah, you got a 5 there, so you should be
I
fine.
did, yeah. So 7, 8, 9, 10.
Great, yeah, so you're going to roll a d8 plus 2d6 damage, assuming you pick damage as one of those
And
3.
yeah, I will do that.
Man, Megan is rolling great tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody
can't I do
should-
this
by
all
by
the
the way,
time?
y'all do that.
Right?
Right.
Just
Yeah.
This
I
is the
think
11 we were talking about
part
at
of
the beginning.
part of the problem. I think Megan's catching on to the system really quick. Roll higher.
I was trying
Yeah,
a different
that's-
thing.
It's not.
No,
working.
because
It's not.
no,
You
because
rolled
Jordan
high
did roll
On
high.
the D10s for
He
damage.
did
That's
roll
true.
high.
Yeah.
Jordan,
So-
not there.
Well,
that's-
not
it's
there.
that's not-
unclear. I'm new to the system.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I don't.
One thing I think that is revealed if you if you spend money on the Kickstarter, it is clear that you want your character to live in the Rothaen setting. So
Yeah.
It's unique that way.
it is unique.
Yeah.
That way,
That's why I'm open to dying, because I haven't donated to the Kickstarter.
Right, yeah. Once you and that's one of those things. Once you donate, then Wes will send you, he'll send you a little message and he'll be like, "Hey, hope you make it." Wink. No, not wink. Just smile.
No, I want to.
Because it's not like
Because it's
not ambiguous. Very clearly,
It's
what
like,
you wish.
maybe he winked, so maybe he doesn't actually hope that I make it.
wing.
It's unclear.
Yeah. Okay, so
Alright.
that damage.
I'll do the same thing. I'll do my D6 and then reduce their armor by 1 until I repair it.
That's good because Grim Gear definitely has armor.
Oh, good. So that's 12.
Wow.
Yes.
Shunk.
Yeah, so you really shonked Grim Gear.
That's what Shonk does.
yeah, and
Shonk's a shonker.
you knock off a giant plate So your sneak attack is more of a your backstab is more of a front stab, and like just giant armored plate in the front, and you just pry it off with your short sword. It is pretty. I mean, if you were a robot, you'd be like, that's pretty gruesome. That would be robot painful. So
Does she still have a short sword?
oh, just to be clear. I just spit all over the table. To be clear, I just spit all over the table. But also, you have a short sword.
Great. Okay, good.
You do not.
Keep that in my brain.
You
Thanks, Tom.
do. You don't. Okay.
No, I have a warhammer.
Sure. As there has been probably a lot of questions. Chat. Megan currently has a short sword.
I have a short sword.
Sure. This round.
It's a new development.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that's one of my worst parts of the game is bookkeeping short swords.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Well, it's
It's tough.
It's a great system apart from that.
Yeah, I'm not great.
Okay.
But
I
this
do
is
think
reading.
I would say
there's
the
that.
one flaw in the Dungeon World character sheet is that the how many short swords you have isn't at the top in bold letters.
But I mean, it's at the top
just
of the
be
second
short.
page.
Sure, but I want it in
That's the
bold.
second
But like a resume, nobody looks at the second
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's put it on the front
Unless you make it
page,
color.
bold, 18-point font.
Yeah.
This is how many. It should be like armor, where you fill in how many short swords you have.
It really should just
currently.
be my name,
short swords.
because then I won't forget it.
Yeah, but then that'd also be your job too. See, boom,
would.
in the world.
Oh yeah.
Wes, that's an idea for like a character sheet that's specific to your
Yeah.
thing. You use that.
So for your second Kickstarter, Wes,
Yeah, there's a lot of. Listen, you get a lot of extras for backing the Kickstarter. Is that one of them?
we don't know.
None of us know.
Let's get that going.
But it could be.
we can't say it's not for sure.
It's
We can't say 100% that it's not.
No.
BSP Care says it's a little ambiguous. She has which weapon again?
Well,
You have a witch weapon?
currently.
That.
No, no.
What?
No, sorry. No, you misheard.
Oh,
you
which
misheard.
Good
weapon?
development.
No.
Okay, so currently Megan has one single short sword, but only this round.
Okay.
So,
I thought she
Next
had
round,
I
something
thgot she had
else.
so we need
a
to
witch
re-clarify
weapon.
next round.
Yeah.
No, that was I think
Oh.
some cross wires. And
We might have passed it. Right now, who knows? It's Schrodinger's cat, basically. We have no idea.
I have
Is
a
that your
cat.
cat?
Right.
no,
Right.
different
I
cat.
stole it from
No,
Scott's
Schrodinger's.
cat.
That's Lynette's cat.
Yeah,
Dom.
Emery is Schrodinger's, which is how you pronounce that. Schrodinger's cat.
Formerly his.
Actually, right now we're not actually sure if the cat is alive or dead because it's invisible.
It is invisible.
That's
It
true.
may not even be here right now. It could be
true.
dead.
It's a cat. It
Several
probably
cat.
is
It's
back.
It's
gonna
a
decide
real
for itself.
Schrodinger's cat situation, except without a box.
Okay.
Okay, so the
So
important
she
thing
damages
is
the big box
Grim
that
Gear.
we're in.
Grim Gear is
It is
Grim Gear's whole.
His gears are
inner-
showing.
His gears are showing, and also some cogs. What does that mean exactly? I don't know.
He's
Full of
carrying his
babies.
brood inside of his torso.
Oh God!
All right.
Tiny little crying cogs.
I am going
You
to
look
attempt to
Mewling.
Viper Strike him with 2 weapons.
with your short sword and your dagger, right?
Yes.
Use your
Great.
bow and an arrow.
No.
Okay.
Because Emery is also helping me in this attack.
Okay.
Nice.
He is vicious and huge
Fat.
and savage
Fat,
and
And he
ferocious.
has type 2 diabetes.
And
Did
his
you give
quick
him his
reflex.
He
info?
has a Wilford. He has to have a Wilford Brimley like
Okay.
mustached kind of thing going.
Question: because I'm using a short sword and a dagger, and I'm super agile, can I use my dexterity for my hack and
Yes.
slash? All right. 9.
9.
Nice.
Okay, so you're absolutely able to get in. As you're about to make your Viper Strike, though, you actually see his out of his arm comes a whirling circular saw blade,
Sure.
and he just swings it down at you. You have just enough time to dodge out of the way, but you won't be able to take your Viper Strike.
What if I choose not to dodge?
Then you'll deal your damage, and everything goes forward as planned for that. The blade will strike you if you choose that. So you do have time to dodge out of the way, but you'll be out of melee range if you make that dodge.
How big is this blade?
About this big around. It's a standard circular saw.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, all right.
Cares
Roll
if
your,
it cuts off from your
roll your
arm.
damage.
You don't need that
No,
on.
Okay,
I've only
so-
got light cure wounds.
So this brings me to my next question.
Uh-huh.
So it says when you strike an enemy with 2 weapons at once, add an extra d4 damage to your offhand strike.
Yeah.
So that implies that I'm rolling separate damage for each weapon.
No, it's 1d8 plus 1d4. It's basically you get a d4 for your
Will
offhand strike.
offhand apply to the one that's getting cut off after this?
Hey, it could be anything. Who
Right.
knows what's about to get cut off?
Okay, so
I mean, if it rolls high enough, maybe his head.
Wow.
oh, wow.
But yeah, that's actually
7.
That's
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 8.
Oh,
no,
'cause
no,
you're-
no, no. It is 10 because Emery is a fucking badass.
What?
You picked the most ferocious.
I did.
Yeah.
And he's huge, and he recognizes that
It
Grimgear is a monster,
down.
and he doesn't like monsters.
Smart cat.
And he's made of metal, and we like the forest.
I mean, that is a tremendous strike. If you'd like to describe that, if you've got anything in the queue.
I mean, the sword.
What does Emery do in this?
Yeah,
Like, what-
exactly. Yeah, that's probably the better question.
Easy.
How does he
Right.
bring his hugeness to bear?
Yeah.
Right for the eyes. Always right for the eyes. That's how I've trained him. It just goes in there, and basically, because they're like big orbs, and there's like a round thing in there, and he just
You're describing eyes.
plucks them right. now I'm channeling Jordan. And
pawn this off on
Emery's
me.
paws are so big because he's huge that he actually reaches behind the eyes and
Oh, yeah.
pulls them right out of the sockets.
Yeah.
As I'm stabbing gears out of his chest.
The cogs too. Don't forget the cogs.
cogs,
Yeah,
yeah.
the screaming, mewling cogs come flying out.
Yeah.
Do these clockwork people like have eyes though?
Yeah, and it's like Terminator eyes. They're glowing red, like scary. And
But now
and-
he doesn't.
But now Grimgear has lost his eyes.
Do you pick up these cogs as they come out?
There's no time.
Oh, these are my cogs.
But he
Wow.
will be collecting them.
Afterwards, if there is time.
Unfortunately, the Grimgear's saw blade does come
Sure,
down
let's-
on you.
let's do it.
And it does a D10 plus 3 damage.
Roll low, roll low.
In this instance, low.
Low is better, right?
That's 5. It's average.
So-
So I'm sorry. What was it?
it's plus
5
3.
Plus 3.
So
Okay.
it's
Do
plus
I get
your-
my armor against
No, you
that?
don't get your armor against this. It literally slices through your armor.
Oh.
But you're alive.
I am alive. Definitely
cool.
alive.
Okay.
Okay, who's next?
Cool.
I think I'm next. I'll go next.
Your ranger
Fuck it,
is
I'm
locked
going
in
next.
melee. Just to the side is your thief. The wizard is
better than-
way at the back.
I'm invisible though, so no one knows. They're all popping back into existence one by one.
There's a lot of blood around the ground. It's
Yeah.
like a little clear where the wizard is.
Kind of going in circles in weird ways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do cure light wounds for Lyneth.
Okay.
Cool.
Absolutely. So you run in to aid your ranger friend.
Fucking shot. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom. 11.
Great.
And then it's 8.
So then you are healed. Oh God, I can never. Yeah, it's 1d8 plus
your level.
my level. So
8. That's
all right.
so much.
yeah,
Excellent, excellent.
you actually got healed. Whatever.
Right?
What's his shit face just dealt you? So
Nice.
suck it, Grimgear. What?
As you are feeling very confident.
Oh,
about
he's
your
coming for
situation,
me. Oh, I know he is.
Grimgear
Motherfucker.
unleashes 2 giant gouts of flame out of his arms.
Excellent.
Directly at you.
Excellent.
And you take 2d6 fire damage, so it will ignore armor, and it's not pick one of the lower, pick one of the higher. It's just literally 2d6.
Great. Great.
11 damage.
Excellent.
As you get singed. Just, yeah, real bad.
I'm guessing that was one of them. One of my 3, or is that just
You
for
only have 2, I
funsies?
think, right?
No, I had
Oh,
3.
no, yeah, it's 3.
Was that one of them?
Yes.
Was that one of the 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you didn't roll badly there.
No, I rolled. Yeah, that.
You rolled well, but you've got, hey, we've
Thanks,
got more
Sean.
waiting in the wings.
Sean, I get it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, blame
Yep, nope, I get
blame
it.
Wes Otis for creating
Yeah.
Grimgear.
Great.
Is
Nope.
that the voice I used the first time? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Let's go with it. All right, wizard.
I would like to unleash some magic missiles.
Okay. Very confident the way you said that.
I'm feeling really confident despite the
Shoot
blood
it.
loss, or maybe because of the blood loss.
Shoot it in through his eye holes.
Those eye holes are currently unprotected by eyes.
I don't know, man. I see a lot of cogs that are no longer protected by chest plate.
That too.
And if I can do anything to
You're
keep
always gonna
further
want to go after
generations of clockwork people from
Gross.
coming into being,
There are no magic
Nice.
stars.
Oh,
Wow.
nailed
Good.
it.
right in the cogs.
Right in the cogs.
Right in the cogs.
Ouch.
5.
Is exactly enough, actually. So you actually knock out. Grimgear falls backwards, and crashes, actually falls backwards into, for some reason, like a molten, there's a molten thing of metal right behind him.
I assumed there was.
Right. By the way, every single room you've been in since the beginning of this game, I don't think I need to say, there's been a molten thing of metal in that room.
Yeah.
I think we all were on the same page.
All the way through the forest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. It's such a weird thing, I just assumed, because you get used to your home groups where they know the
How else would there be light?
How else would there be light?
That's true,
Yeah, it's the glowing molten metal. So, as is in every room, a molten thing of metal. So you knock Grimgear into this molten metal, so you know that not only has Grimgear been killed by your magic missile, but Grimgear can't even be brought back through the machinations of the Clockwork Queen, and she has lost her right hand,
Robot.
her robot right hand,
Inquisitor.
right robot hand. So, and you have your two friends in the rebellion laying on the tables in front of you.
Hey guys, what's up? How's it going?
So,
It's been a while.
yeah, Ulam looks at you and is like, "Why are you being so casual? Why are you being so? What's going on?"
I'm kind of like super singed right now, and I'm trying to just keep the pain.
I'm sorry,
down.
I literally can't see you.
That's you. That's fine. You shouldn't be able to see me because should be invisible right now. It's
Okay.
Durga, you guys. It's Durga. Remember me? Remember me? We used to hang out, and then you guys got captured.
Oh,
And the resistance is all over Kira. Like we got spread out. We're not at the robot's head anymore.
are you here to save us?
Yes.
Yes.
Why else would I be here? You know I hate prisons.
In this instance, it might be better just
Yeah,
to be direct.
that is true. That is true.
I'm
That's
gonna
something
start
everybody always says
unshackling.
about Durga. It's like Durga hates prisons.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think we should just get rid of them, but you know,
I want to free them from their literal
anything.
bonds.
we were starting that.
Well, it's on my
Work
sheet.
on
That's
it.
what I'm.
But we're not
So,
done explaining
that's
to
what I
them. Like, I am on the same page as
I am-
Durga here.
I'm
like, they
here
need to
Anytime
know
there's explanations, you're
what
on
we're
it.
here
Yeah.
for. And
Yeah.
So
We free the prisoners.
com-
yeah,
Comfort them.
Tellus is non-verbal, but seems, is alive and conscious, but is just so incredibly worn down, not in good shape. But Ulim is, as you can tell, still talking. Her eyes are swelled shut, but alive.
Can you all walk?
With assistance, I think we can walk.
For sure.
It's going to be tough. One of you might have to, two of you might have to help tell us more.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
think I can handle it better, but he's not in good shape.
Where's our other friend? Our other prisoner friend.
He wasn't going to come into this.
He did not come into the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he
Yeah.
piece the fuck out?
No,
Because
he
I would
pieced
not
out.
blame
Stayed
him.
in
Stayed
the-
with you, but he is in the room right before this one,
Oh,
and
okay.
is just like sitting down, like kindergarten style, just like waiting for you to get done.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What happened to Megan's short sword?
Oh, so real quick.
Did she get another short sword?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
She has a short sword. You have the
same one.
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, you still
Just
just have
the-
one?
The witch
Yeah.
weapon.
Well, it's
The
the
witch.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, it's the one from lore.
It's a witch.
Oh,
It's a witch
No,
weapon.
it's the witch weapon. Wait,
it's
which
a
one?
short sword though.
Yeah.
No, they're talking about the dagger, your witch weapon.
Yeah. Your witch weapon.
Oh, the dagger.
Yeah.
But
No,
we're
no.
talking about the short sword.
Right.
You have a very
Right.
long dagger. Well, I would call it a short sword. But you do have one of those.
Oh, do you think we could possibly like remove Grimgear's like circular saw and like somehow like turn that into a weapon?
I think it
Probably
went in
molten.
the.
It did. It went into the molten metal.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But that
we could-
wouldn't be a short sword.
But we can
Okay.
probably take his chest plate as a
Yeah.
trophy.
That's true.
While they are doing all that, if any cogs are wandering
Yeah.
around, like to scoop them up and toss them into the
To
molten
be
metal.
clear, the cogs are not wandering around.
Okay,
Cogs don't do that.
good, because
Well,
they're not
they're
old enough
babies.
to yet.
Yeah,
Right, they
they-
can't walk.
They
Yeah.
roll before they walk.
They roll before they walk.
But you want to hold on to a couple of those.
Nope, just scoop them all into the mold. I have 3 on me.
Okay.
I'm totally fine with those.
On your necklace.
Well, no, yeah, I wear it beneath my robes.
You're not.
That's just
you don't
for
want to
me.
show off. Yeah, it's
Well,
just for you. That is somehow more terrifying.
why don't we get some of the other prisoners to come and help
Yeah, there are.
we
You're
can-
able to gather up
All right.
enough prisoners to help them out of.
Yeah.
To help them out, and actually,
Let's get out of here.
now that Grimgear isn't here, Grimgear was the administrator of the prison. There are no guards. You're able to just waltz out the front door.
Oh, we leave it open, let everybody else out. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are still tigers, though, right? Is that?
No, they
well,
went after
at
the-
this point, as you go out the front door,
They might have lost in
of
the
as
in the
you
Great
go out this-
Scorpion Tiger battle
Oh,
that
there is
happened outside.
no. At this point, you're not sure that
Reverse
there is
horse.
not a loss in sight, because as you leave the front door of the prison and the steel door comes up, you see legions of tigers and reverse horses fighting each other, and you think this is a war for the ages.
Wow.
It is.
Maybe that's
mean,
how the
it's
jungle gets depleted.
terrifying. There's a lot of ways that could happen, but this is obviously the most well explained.
Well, yeah.
So yeah,
The
but
only logical one.
Yeah.
only logical.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sure. I mean, it all
Bio-
adds up.
yeah.
You think about it, you're like, well, that's how the world's gonna end. I've said that. So yeah, so that's what you see as you walk out, and luckily you don't encounter the Black Tusk elves on the way back to Kira, and you're able to very quietly get them back into the city for a couple of days in a safe house that you know about, and then GTFO that city. Because that city.
It smells.
Well, you guys are
And
able
the
to get back
roaches.
to the
Okay.
city before word gets to the guards around, but by the time they're healed enough to really be able to travel, then they know.
Yeah.
So getting out of the city becomes a much more difficult endeavor.
Okay, that's all fine and good. What about Murtaugh?
Oh, okay. So, so actually, you know what? You don't go out the. You still see the Legion of Nimble, but you
But
go
then
out
we
through the
get-
Did we-
sewer.
Yeah,
Did
we
we
gotta-
leave him in the sewer?
You go through the sewer instead, so that
Right,
you can
so we
see
gotta
DRM.
collect our-
Yeah. So you
collect
go,
our man.
you go down to the grate. You open up the grate. You see Murtaugh down at the bottom of the ladder.
Are we
and
still
he
invisible
has-
too?
No, you are not invisible.
Okay.
No, you've done a lot of hostile actions to get rid of your invisibility.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Murtaugh has died of a seizure.
Wait! Hold on, you guys.
You can absolutely roll. Let's see if we can save him.
No, I only have cure light wounds.
Use darkness.
Yeah, use darkness. That,
Thanks,
for
bud.
sure. would
Choose an
work.
area you can see. It's filled with supernatural darkness and shadow. Yeah, I don't have resurrection, you guys. I'm so sorry. it wasn't
Resurrection
that
or
chosen.
darkness?
Yeah.
They're kind of on the same level.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh
both
no! I
third-level
should have
spells?
chosen
How is-
speak with dead. Use speak with dead. It's the end. Who cares? Let's go out with a bang.
Might have a
Yes,
mission for his cog.
We need to deliver a message.
Do I have to have
to
had
his
that?
family?
Do I have to have had that prepared?
No, absolutely.
Okay, then I will.
Yes.
Can we aid? Can we make sure this works?
You-
I have
yeah,
a bond
you
with
Yes.
Yeah, you can
I'm
attempt to
helping
aid.
you.
Everyone, I'm gonna need your help because I really don't care to do this.
I
Can we
have 9.
all aid?
Yeah.
9.
9.
I really,
All right, I'm gonna aid.
I don't want to. I don't have any interest in speaking
Oh,
to them. So.
4, 5. No, I don't aid you. Or I hinder
Well,
you. I don't know
I'd
how
expect
that
that of
works.
you.
I don't understand how bonds work.
It's +1.
I think it. That
Oh,
does. So
7.
I succeed, but I open myself up to danger, retribution, or cost.
Done. Me
So,
too.
Yeah, that's fine.
so you both.
Please.
Oh
Please.
no!
So
Oh,
you
no.
both. So you both contract a horrible jungle disease.
No, I rolled a 7 though. I passed. sorta.
Goblin rot.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine.
Goblin rot.
That's fine.
And so it absolutely succeeds.
Okay.
So you have aid. So you have the benefit of a +1 on this roll.
You're gonna make me do this?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Overwhelming
The
success.
best roll you had all night.
And he's here.
A 14. You rolled a 14 on that. So yeah. So absolutely, you channel Murtaugh.
Sure.
And you have plenty of ability to answer these questions. I do not need to answer these.
I don't. What do we want to ask him? I don't.
It will answer any
Wait,
3
you brought me
questions.
back for nothing? What?
It wasn't my idea. I don't even really consider
well,
you
I'm
dead
here now.
since you were
What would
never
you like to
alive to
know?
begin with. But
What would you like us to tell your family now that you've passed away?
I mean, they knew I'd probably die on the job. So, just
also, they're unfeeling constructs. So
tell them I went heroically
And not in a
Make
sewer.
sure-
Okay.
We could leave those details out.
Okay.
You know, make sure my little cog has enough bits to go to college.
Yeah.
Rubles.
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 Is that Rothaen University?
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
it's robot college.
Robot.
And I do not want them following in my footsteps to become a detective. I want them to break the chain and...
Well, you didn't name them detective, right? Because that's part of it.
No, they are. But unlike the elves, you don't have to follow what your name is.
You have to admit it instills a very strong psychological
If
imperative.
you're a barista, and your name is detective, that's cool as a robot.
In robot society, that's okay.
All right, good.
Excellent.
I think that counts as one of our questions, actually. So I think
I would definitely
we only have one
I'm
remaining.
fading. I'm fading.
One down.
There's only one question?
question, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do you have anything good in your pocket? Now my other characters are creeping in.
Good
idea.
You should check.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Oh.
there's no magic items or anything
Son
like
of
that.
a... Does he have anything like a robot gun? Uses to like protect people? Or like a robot badge?
That's
Do they have like
death ray.
detective badges?
Yes. So yeah.
Does he have a short sword?
That's what they call robot guns.
Yeah, he has a spring-loaded
right,
sword
yeah.
arm, so definitely that.
Oh.
And it
We use
looks
that as a
like, but that's not a short sword. That's an arm sword. So he
I've
has
removed
0
my
short
arm,
swords.
and then
Short
it-
swords. Yep.
All right, well, thanks. I release you.
Oh, so you guys have one question, and then
He asked 2 questions. We asked 2
I thought that was
questions.
3.
no.
We asked
we
a
asked-
lot of questions.
Well, there was
Like
a
we
few
got-
questions.
You
There was some
asked- you
banter
asked,
and
like-
then questions.
We milked
Yeah,
that
there
one.
was. Yeah, you got a lot of information.
Sorry, I thought you
So-
said there was one question left. So, I mean,
There
if
was
we
one
have one
question
more
left.
question left after that, I don't want to. If anybody has one. Again,
it's funnier if-
I don't care.
I think it's a lot funnier if you're like, oh, we're done with this.
No, I got all I wanted.
Great, yeah, thanks for that.
All right, I'll see you in robot.
No
Hell. Bye.
time.
Bye.
All right, great. I'd just like to point out, no one asked him for any information about where his family could be found, so great, we don't have to worry about that.
How many detective robot Murtaghs do you think there
I
are?
assume at
Well,
least
apparently,
7.
Yeah, 7 is.
Yeah, they're all in the
Okay,
same
we
family.
no, we
Yeah.
probably like all he knows is that we delivered the message. He's dead. What does he know?
Right,
He's dead.
right.
Well, we don't know what robot death is like, but I mean, we can
Right.
assume.
It's not anything because he was never alive, but we should probably go.
It's It's wet down here.
Wes is gonna have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Wes is- but I will say, like, one, how let's kind of wrap it up. So you guys find your way back to Kira, and eventually are able to, or actually, your next adventure would be getting out of the city. That would be, I think, the next adventure front. But I think it's important to look at, one, how much fun this was, and how much confidence Wes has in the system that he is able to give it to me. Like, because I wouldn't do that. Like, I don't have that much confidence in what I've created to just give it to another person and expect that another table is going to have fun with it. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe they would, maybe they could, like, but I mean, you know, yeah, to me, this is insane. But he obviously wrote something very fun and entertaining and really interesting. Like, even though we derailed so much of it, like the core skeleton of what it was, we still went through. And like, Grimgear was really cool. The concept of the Clockwork Queen is really cool. So definitely back the Kickstarter. I will be doing it when I get home. So yeah, it's certainly worth it. In Rothaen, what is your character's goal going to be after this, Jordan? Besides getting them out of the city, what's like a greater goal of your character?
I want to find a way to get knowledge out to the people, to break the Clockwork Queen's control of information and make that freely available for the populace.
So do what you do on a grand scope.
Yeah, just like find a way to amplify what I just do on my day-to-day individual level.
Just get a microphone.
Yeah.
a really big
An amplification spell on like a really large scale would be a good first step.
Sure, that makes sense, and would go a long ways to taking down the Clockwork Queen, because it's that people just don't know enough, and
Yeah.
if you could fix that, it would really.
And
save
I'm
the day.
confident that I can.
Almost no question that you
course.
would be.
Yeah.
Megan?
I think I want to shonk the Clockwork Queen. Maybe that's my ultimate
Be
goal.
The final nail in her robot coffin.
Yep.
I do have confirmation. It's Shank. We've been getting it wrong. Like
It's
the whole
Shank?
night.
It's not
Believe
spelled
it?
Shane.
It's spelled
Yeah, it is.
shonk.
It's spelled Sean.
In the traditional way, you would spell Shonk.
I know it's spelled that way, but I just FYI.
This one isn't spelled traditionally.
Yeah.
Oh, he spells everything else traditionally.
That was
So
the-
A's like that are
it's an
pronounced differently.
ironic
That would be like
spelling.
Jordan with a Y. Yeah.
I don't know what Shank means.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that word.
Shonk.
Shonk, we all
It
know.
doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
You know what? You've made it your own.
It's a Rothaen
It's a
word.
fantasy world, so it doesn't
Right.
have to mean it.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It could just be a name.
If owlbears exist, then why not a fucking word like shank?
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
that-
It just
sure, I
it
get
sounds silly coming out of
It
like
does
out of
sound
your
weird.
mouth.
It does.
Like it feels weird.
Shank.
Yeah.
Ugh, my accent. Ugh.
Yeah, seriously, that's the biggest problem I have with it.
But that's fine. Tell him that's fine.
Good. Yeah.
Sure.
Now we know. Now we know.
I gotta say, I think that is adorable. I think that opinion is a real cute one, and I've got no problem with it.
I really don't like what the Black Tusk Elves have done to these forests, and I want to
Yeah.
take them out so that, and to take away an ally from the Clockwork Queen.
Yeah, and you have, you said you were a sun elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been really edged out of the out of the wilderness by them.
Yeah.
They've kind of claimed it for their own. And yeah, they're more or less in league with the Clockwork
Yeah.
Queen. And what about our cleric? Durga.
Want to get the band back together.
Mr.
So
Kelly.
I want to, with Tellus and Ulam, of course, get them healed and back to, fully, and then figuring out what'll happen, and then with them getting the rest of the resistance that got spread out over Kira together, and then getting the heck out of Dodge and figuring
Reforming somewhere else.
Yeah, reforming somewhere else, and
A new base of operations.
yes,
Gotcha.
and then coming at her a different way.
The old NBOO.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, it is. It's real clear that as you bring them back from the prison, you already get the sense that it has. I mean, it's a bad situation, but it has strengthened the resolve of the rebellion, bringing them back. You definitely feel just emotionally, everybody is stronger than they were before bringing them back. It did not only just bring you back to step one. You people are feeling even more ready to take on the cause. So, yeah, they are war heroes, and luckily they're. I mean, obviously they'll always have the physical scars from it, but they're still who they were before, so they'll be able to get right back into the fight, and that's really important for the rebellion.
And we helped.
Well, didn't just help. I mean, literally saved the rebellion. I mean,
Go on.
Jordan, you're good people, okay? I am so sick of everyone saying you're not, okay? I'm not like that, okay? People say so many shitty things about you guys, but I'm your friend. Like,
He's nagging you.
no. No, I think you're good people.
That's interesting because I'm feeling bad about myself, but bizarrely attracted to Sean. So it's interesting that you point that out because now I understand.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm just into being a reprehensible human being. That's what I like to be. So, but yeah, you guys, I mean, that's really what did it, right? Because you would have been set back years if you would have lost Tellus and Ulam. So great job, guys. Thank you for the people at home for joining us in Rothaen. God damn it, give to the Kickstarter.
Yes.
You have until October 15th, but just do it literally as soon as the stream.
Yeah, they're cool stretch goals.
Really
Get
cool
on there
stretch
now.
goals, yeah.
Yeah, that's if there's one thing about Kickstarter I like, my favorite thing, it's the stretch goals.
Yeah.
And the second, it's the ability to create a new creative project that people can get behind. That's the second part of it. The first part that I like is seeing things happen. Like, oh, that's different. I just have a short attention span. But definitely back it. If you're allowed to watch a YouTube video first, but just don't. Just buckle down and do the responsible thing and give Wes your money. Jordan, what would you like to plug or talk about for a period of time?
You've been called out. They say, you can donate on your phone now.
Oh, that is almost certainly not true.
Okay,
I
but
haven't-
to be fair,
doesn't
Sean
sound
is
like-
I
also
have an
still
iPhone-
operating on an iPhone
I bought
4.
that phone.
Just so we can all
Wow.
see what Sean
I bought
is
that
using.
phone in April of 2012. It still works. It makes phone calls and
Does it
receives.
work?
It does. Yeah, it receives text messages and it can make phone calls. So
I want to say I was there when you broke that.
yeah, I got so
It
white girl
is
wasted.
super.
I was that the same time I jumped
that?
off a thing, or was that a step? Okay,
No,
cool.
yeah, that happened when you jumped off the thing.
My favorite thing is that Sean lives so much on the edge that this iPhone 4 doesn't even have a case on it. Doesn't even have like a protective cover on it. Like,
Well, clearly he's very gentle with all his electronic
Yeah,
devices.
yeah.
so-
I mean,
sure it'll
it
be
did
fine.
make it until August of this year before that happened.
yeah, and
yeah.
then still has not gotten it.
Well,
fixed.
usually if I jump off of a thing, I'll not have my phone in my hand. But that was the problem. I had my phone in my hand. When
it's
I
usually in
jumped
his
off.
pocket.
Well, it's usually, God, here's the thing. I will say, if you, all right, so Kickstarter is great, but in addition to Kickstarter, you can go to any Army Navy surplus and buy BDUs. And if you have an iPhone, 6s are too big, but if you have an iPhone 5 or 4, which I'm sure so many of you do, it fits perfectly in the radio pocket of the BDU. It is a great fit. So buy that type of pant if you're looking to have a pocket that fits your iPhone 4 or 5 size.
And you want to look like a fucking nerd. Do it.
It's why is the primary reason why I
Suddenly searches for BDUs.
Hashtag BDUs. You're trending
I
now.
think you should add those to the Amazon store, Don.
Yes, I should. Yeah.
I only buy one pair a year. So
Yeah.
You only need one pair.
but I'll tell you,
Yeah.
listen, they're a little pricey, but it's worth it. There are actually really sturdy pants. This pair that I'm wearing right now.
Can you stand up so we
Yeah,
can see what
absolutely.
we're,
Yeah, we
talking-
need to
what we're
see your
dealing with
pants.
here?
So this is what I got.
he is
I
indeed
got
wearing
some
pants.
oil from my car in there a while back. The
and yet it
pants-
has affected them not at all.
No,
so
yeah.
they're
really-
clearly
it's
durable.
Added to
This
the,
is like his uniform too. Like he wears this every day. It's really
I
impressive.
hate the idea of clothing choosing. But these things that I bought these ones in these are the so I bought these in 2012. So these are 4 years old. But anyway, but that's the next thing. But Kickstarter is more important. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. That's
what Sean wanted to
now
plug
we
was
can
his
get to the
pants.
plugs. Now we can plug things.
plug things.
Okay, I'll just plug. Today was the first day of mine and Megan's Expookaganza. Tomorrow continues it at 3 o'clock, so we'll be playing from 3 to 5 tomorrow because there is other stuff happening. So we'll be doing that Monday and Tuesday,
Stuff happens.
except there's a couple of days that we'll miss for various reasons, but just keep an eye on the calendar and don't
You know
worry
what?
about it.
Just follow everybody on all the social media.
Yeah.
You can follow
That's
us.
the
It's at the
best
bottom
place
of
to
the
find
screen
stuff.
somewhere in here.
Simple.
Yeah, right? And then you'll have all the information. Done.
Also, you can sign up for alerts on Twitch that let you know when somebody is streaming. So then you get the email and it's like, "Hey, it's happening," or "Let's happen it."
Let's have
Yeah,
it.
that's
happening,
definitely.
yeah.
Let's
I mean,
happen.
we won't say that because that's not our stream's catchphrase.
Yeah, that is.
But,
I
mean,
wish that were my catchphrase.
Who do you have to pay now?
That's
to pay for
Justin
saying
Baker's
that?
catchphrase.
Oh.
Let's happen it. It was
gonna
said
text him
accidentally.
that.
and
I don't know that one.
It does
and then
not.
just got wildly out of control.
Yeah, and I was like,
understand
"Oh,
it.
I'm never letting him forget that he said let's happen it." Accidentally.
I'm gonna text him that you owe him money for saying that
fair
because I
enough.
think he copyrighted that phrase.
Oh,
Yeah. Megan, do you want to plug something?
I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, it feels like that was a Megan plug as well.
Well,
Yeah.
we're married.
That is.
Yeah, we.
That was so.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
You
was
didn't know,
unclear.
did you?
Yeah.
No.
Acting!
Thank you.
So I asked earlier, and nobody responded.
Yeah, it was.
They were being
I remember
coy.
all 4 of us just looking angrily at you
You
when you asked the
did.
question.
But I thought that was more because I killed the bit than anything.
No, that was exactly why.
Okay.
Yeah. You read. The
I
room,
killed the bit on
yeah,
purpose.
You read the room very well. Yeah, you read the room very well. That is something I cannot do.
Yeah, we know.
Do you want to plug something?
Yes. So it has nothing to do with any of this. I am one of the producers and one of the artistic directors of a group called Hamilton's LA. We do Hamilton sing-alongs. Yes, Hamilton the musical sing-alongs here in Los Angeles. We also have locations now worldwide. So we've got things in New York, DC, San Francisco, Sacramento, Seattle, Minneapolis, Atlanta. Stuff happening
Oh, it's
in
flyover.
Chicago, Dallas.
Dallas.
We've got stuff that's percolating in San Diego, and we've got one that's going to start in Hong Kong soon, too.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're literally global.
This Hamilton thing is starting to catch on.
I know, right? It's going to be big,
I've
you
heard of
guys.
it.
I'm
It's
hearing a
gonna
lot
be
of
big.
buzz, a lot of
So if you're
positive buzz,
interested,
yeah.
and if you really love musicals, we're also doing other musicals soon as well. You can check us out as Hamiltunes, HAMILTUNESLA.com. We post all of the events from everywhere in the country, so if wherever you're watching, if you're interested in starting your own, please email us. You can find our stuff on the website.
Couldn't get the .biz, huh?
Not the .biz or the .tv. They've already taken.
Too bad.
It's a bummer.
All right.
What do you got?
On Friday afternoon, if you want to switch back and forth between the channels, you can see me and some other fun people on Geek and Sundry's Twitch channel on Brick Battles. We play a tower defense game using Legos and other constructible. It's pretty fun.
It's really cool.
It's a lot
I
of
am
fun.
in love with tower defense games.
We do it live with Legos.
It's
fun.
I love things. Oh man, I'm sure there are just. I love rules and like things, like things that you can hold in your hands. So I would enjoy that.
What a bizarrely vague list of things that you love. I love
and
things
rules
that
and
you
things
can
you can hold
hold,
in your
some
hand.
tangible things. Man, me too.
Sean also really likes
too.
people, places, and things.
Yeah,
He's a big fan.
yeah, that's true.
For being such a cynical guy, you love almost everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just think everything is great, but we're all just gonna die.
Yeah,
Sure.
that is a true statement.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
thing that happens.
Yeah, sure, and we should focus more on that than any of the joy that
Once you're born,
anything
you're
brings in
dying.
this world.
The optimistic nihilist.
Yeah. I am. Listen, I have had this conversation. I've had this conversation with one of my friends a lot, and he's like, "Why aren't you a nihilist?" I'm like, "It's getting harder and harder to answer that question, but I'm not." Things that I do care about still before nihilism takes me is Saving Throw Show, all of the shows. But you can catch me and my crew on Saturdays in the afternoons, starting at 12:30 Pacific. We play in Dark Sun, the world of Athos, which is so much fun. We use the Dungeon World rule set. It's cool. You can donate to help the players or to help me. More than likely, donate to me. It doesn't make sense, these fucking players. If there's one thing I will say about players nowadays, they take for granted how the game is supposed to work. Am I an old fart? No, I'm not. All right? It's the kids who are wrong. I think we can all agree with that. So donate to me. Forget about these spoiled children that play in the game. Some people find them enjoyable. Whatever, I guess they're my friends. So
In reality, the Dark Sun was really fun. The one time I've been there.
yeah,
it was really
is.
fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's a great narrative system. You're able to really focus on telling stories, and the bonds help so much as you get deeper into the characters. You can kind of further define what the bonds mean and where they come from. And I love D&D. It's a great system, but it does sometimes feel like you're very focused on a long list of numbers and all the different ways in which you can min-max a character. And there are still ways to there's talents and stuff in Dungeon World, but it's a little simpler. So that's fun. And I'll tell you, if you're a DM, it's easier to kill those players. Those cool little babies come to your table and you can take them out. Or not. Depends on how you roll. You can follow me on Twitter at Mrs. Hungerham. Make sure you're following Saving Throw, and please, for the love of God, donate to the Kickstarter because it's absolutely worth it. And Wes is genuinely a good person. That is not the case for everyone in this room, but Wes definitely is.
But we won't tell you who he's referring to. You'll have to figure that out for yourself.
Unclear.
Okay.
You guys good? Anything else?
I have. Can I just stare at the camera?
Also, Sean forgot to plug his
We'll give you a
BDUs.
nice- we'll give you a nice-
I'd like 15 seconds of solid eye contact.
All right. There. Right there.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Restart it.
All right.
That's how I like to finish.
Okay. And good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Night.
I always wished I had a family, and now I do. Barky's Brigade is here.